And you're listening and watching to the Game Changer World fucking podcast.
And welcome to Game Changer World. I'm John Wolf. Joe, how are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. That intro's got me giddy over here, laughing over here. So, what an intro that was.
Yeah, man. I like to do the intros every week, and that one I just felt inspired. And yeah, I want to go ahead and just get this out of the way. Welcome to all of our listeners tonight. Clown, always number one on chat here. Screwball, our West Coast correspondent, is out here with us tonight. The Crow Fairy Tale, Manny, I saw you die and laughing as we were doing the video on that there. Reed Harris Cooper, good. Looking forward to seeing you here in a couple days. Who else do we have in here? Big Capitan, Las Vegas Love, good to see you. Do Not Fret Citizen. Yeah. We are fuckwits. Mao, good to see you also, having a good time tonight. Yeah, let me get some things going here. Let's get the chat going on here real quick. ZMZO, nice to see you also. Okay, yeah, so that's something we will talk about tonight at some point here. Let me get this little bit out of the way. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We read and appreciate all comments. Super chats are available if you want to donate. It does mean a lot to us. And thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us. Sit down and relax. You're amongst friends. We have a great show tonight. We're covering the collective, especially Joey Janela's Spring Break 10 in detail and running down the rest of those GCWs a little more quickly. We also have some watch-alongs. There's a lot to cover there. Do you want to say anything before we get into the news real quick?
Only that I really like that this is more deathmatch oriented this year. You know, last year we had some hardcore, but there's specific cards this year that are strictly deathmatch, which I absolutely love. You know, it's really going back to the roots of GCW, so I really enjoy that.
Well, I want to say this real quick because first of all, I agree with you, and I'm more on the deathmatch side with some of the stuff that I like. I think you're kind of in that same category. We'll talk about this soon, but I was looking for maybe Bear Atticus at some point. I outside of Hayabusa too, but we'll talk about that later. Speaking of Bear Bronson, over here at Game Changer World, we want to congratulate Bear Bronson on winning his 13th career title. He won the TNA World Tag Team Championship as one half of the team, The System, with Brian Myers. Anything to say there outside of, hey, go Bear?
I just say, like, you know, this shows when you bet on yourself, you know, and like, you know, last year he could have called it in, you know, when the AEW contract expired. He bet on himself. He went all in, and look where he's at now. So props to Bear.
Ishmael, good to see you out here. Ryan O'Neill, Flying Ryan, good to see you. We like to keep you in our intro there tonight. It was Tremont. William, can't wait for this week of wrestling. No fake stabbing this weekend, please. Tired of internet bullshit and silly drama ruining the fun for everyone. I agree with that. Actually, tonight will be the last time I talk about that. I'm going to get into that shortly. But before we do, I also want to give a congratulations to Dr. Redacted for winning the ICW American Deathmatch World Champion at NHB Volume 97 last night against John Wayne Murdoch. Joe, did you see any of that show, man?
I did. That was a very good show. So shout out to them. You know, they have all that stuff going on right now, and I don't want to get too much into it, but if that was the last ICW show, what a way to go out. Props to them.
Right. And right here. Back said, had an opportunity to catch a bit of the show live. Just wanted to say what's up and keep killing it. Thank you so much. I didn't get a chance to post it here because I was so busy going through the hellos, but Joe, you got some support with the listeners, man. They were all saying hello, giving love.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you get a chance to go back sometime, definitely check it out. You had quite a few people that were saying, "Here's Manny coming in." He was starting a chant for you. I don't know if that actually went all the way around the crowd, but yeah. Oh yes. Also, thank you, Screwball. Congratulations, Gabby Forza won the new ETU Coastal Crown. Oh
What a
man,
weekend! What a weekend for them.
Trifecta. Right? Yeah, I was gonna say that couple's gonna be eating good that next week, knowing that they're
Lobster.
oh man, they can eat them right off those metal plates. But also Danny was talking about the fact that NHB is going to be gone for a while, but there's plenty of hope that we will be seeing everyone come back at some point. And Matt, good to see you, sir. And I just wanted to ask you, what were your thoughts on NHB stopping for a while? And Danny says they're coming back. How do you feel about that? Do you think it'll be a couple months, a year?
I think it'll be a couple months. I think they're so hot right now in terms of, like the deathmatch genre right now. And I think there's not a whole lot outside of GCW and ICW going steady and solid and continuous. So I think I understand people need time to recuperate, and he got the legal stuff going on, and he's trying to see how that plays out. But I think as long as everything goes good, you got to come back within this year. You just have to. You got to capitalize when the market is there to be taken. No,
I think that's fair, and I don't want to see the end of an era. I'm okay with the end of a chapter. I think I'm also okay with a lot of my deathmatch friends saving a little money for the next one when it comes, because I know a lot of people are going to be drained by the collective, and summer comes, which means there's going to be a lot of summer shows out there, and people want to go out and do things.
Yeah.
I also want to say thank you right here, Mao. Already getting in there. He says, because I missed the podcast. Oh, it's all love. And again,
what you just said, for example, 2300 Arena, May is, we just had fourth rope a couple weeks ago. We have GCW coming up at 2300 Arena. Then MLW is coming. And then I think in the summer sometime, Leah Core Center, TNA. Like, that's a lot of money right there to put out for the average fan, So I definitely agree with you there in terms of being able to recuperate a little bit and chill out a little bit,
Yeah. Well, in my family on the weekends that they're on, no holds barred. This is a GCW show, but I want to give love because we're both fans first here. They will be missed. I'm going to be looking at going back with my wife here. We're going to start at number 1 and roll through. And some of those early ones were my favorite.
Yes.
So the drive-in and whatnot.
Those early ones, GCW and ICW, like, I was in a rough time when the pandemic first started, right? Like, mentally, right? And GCW and ICW really helped me mentally get through it because, they put on shows still, right? So shout out to them because they helped a lot of people in a rough time kind of escape the real world and just watch wrestling.
The Kirks brought up by Reed. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So our only other piece of news is a big one, but I want to put it out there real quick. And it's the last time I'm going to talk about it. And again, I'm going to talk about it. I don't want any opinion that I have to rub off on Joe. If Joe wants to say anything at all, he can. If he wants to see me drop my own dick in the dirt, tonight's the night. So let's see what happens here real quick. William, I will say good to see you. The last time I mentioned as well, just wanted to get that off my chest. No, we love you, William. Good to see you here. All right, let's rock. So there were new developments in the RPW situation, just going by what seems like mostly the facts. According to the police, there was no weapon, and the story was made up by the wrestlers as far as we can tell. The city took away Berwyn's license. The owner of the building is shutting down its doors for good, which means we lost wrestling at Berwyn. GCW fans, this is how it affects you. We actually lost an upcoming show and multiple unannounced dates. As of today, there hasn't been any statements showing remorse, but I also don't expect statements because there may be something legal in the way there. I'm not 100% sure. But there's just been nothing regarding losing that historic venue for pro wrestling, nothing for shutting down a man's business who supported the industry for decades. There's been no apologies to the fan for almost getting him arrested on weapons charges, dragging his name and reputation through the mud. Those things I'm not a big fan of, and I don't have harsh words or really a lot of emotions behind it. There's a lot of people, I believe in the, I just have an opinion. I feel like there's been zero accountability, and I don't think there really will be in that wrestling sphere. I feel like venue owners, wrestlers, and fans, I'd say promoters also, do have to take notice. I really loved about 80% of these wrestlers, some for more than a decade or more. I do know I mentioned that beforehand. I just feel like I'm speaking common sense. This was childish, and I think they all know it. You know what I mean? Like, all of them regret it, or most of them regret it. And I think if they had a chance to do it over, they wouldn't. There was a lot of punches and kicks, and I just don't think that was protecting the industry. Honestly, I felt like it may have exposed it more. And again, my opinion and no names. I'm still going to watch quite a few of these companies because I'm a wrestling fan first, and I know there's going to be some people that may be upset with that. But again, I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not necessarily the one who judges others, especially based on the mistakes they've made. If I was judged based on some of the mistakes I made and not looked at some of the other 99.8% of the way I've lived my life, people would think I'm awful too. But some people just have lapse in judgment, especially under times of stress. I'm not making an excuse at all. If anything, I'm saying if someone would like to come forward at some point and say, listen, this whole thing, I'm not fond of it, or I take, a little bit of responsibility for this. I think that's where forgiveness can lie with people like that. Others, I saw some of them threatening fans the next day that they're a real one and they will whoop your ass. And, some are doubling down. But like I said, it's hard to protect that business if you watch that video. I do know if we're going to act like it's the 60s again, then, some of these real old fashioned guys would have dropped that motherfucker in one punch. And if there was a second punch, they probably would have been taken to the hospital. That's truly respecting and protecting the business. And this is pre-cell phone, and it was more the wild, wild west. But people have grown up past that. And let's just make this a huge wake-up call. And if we can all become better from this, then we have the chance to look back at this moment as the one that broke the camel's back, but made us look at ourselves, and the industry can become better for this. It's just like falling down the steps. If you learn to hold that railing a little harder, you didn't necessarily lose. Let's talk about Berwyn, because this will be the last time I have a chance to talk about it. 22 years serving all forms of pro wrestling. They held almost 300 events. It was considered the ECW arena of Chicago indie events. Some have compared it to PWG's Reseda venue. Wrestlers were tested there. Many attribute it to the classic atmosphere that fans love, but don't always know why. This was the launch pad for AAW Wrestling, who held their first show there in February 2004. And in a full circle moment, they will have the last show ever hosted at Berwyn on April 24th. This was also the home base for Shimmer, one of the most influential women's wrestling promotions in North America. It gave countless female wrestlers a platform that helped elevate women's wrestling nationally and internationally. For DVD collectors, starting in November 2005, this is where the majority of its early tapings were held. A list of the multitude of indie companies that were showcased at Berwyn: Game Changer Wrestling, Rise, 3 Bat Productions, RPW, 7, Shine, Berwyn Championship Wrestling, Second Wrestling, Bloodstone Wrestling, Anarchy Pro, One Fall Wrestling, GILL, LLT, Midwest Wrestling, UWC, about 8 to 10 Lucha Libre companies, and Fourth Wall Productions. This place was special. Everyone here at Game Changer World would like to say thank you to the owner, Chuck Moroz, for allowing us all to use the Berwyn Eagles building and to make history. I just want to say thank you for that. And Joe, if you would like to add anything else on there.
I think you really echo home everything. It's a shame that we've lost a venue like that. You know, I mentioned 2300, but imagine what the city of Philly would feel if that was lost for such a senseless thing. And again, like you had said earlier, like blaming the wrestlers and stuff like that. Like in the heart of the moment, someone yelled, someone was shot, and I think it was a fight or flight thing, which unfortunately is now backfiring. But like you said, accountability maybe now that all the facts are out there, like, hey, we thought he got shot, came out it wasn't, made a mistake, we apologize for it. Something simple as that, right? And it's over and
Yeah.
done with. So it's a shame. Hopefully a new venue pops up in that area, for deathmatch wrestling or wrestling in general. But yeah, it's a shame. And Shimmer, I mean, look at some of the talent that came from there is absolutely crazy. Now that you mentioned that, because I think a lot of the women wrestlers in the late 2000s that went to WWE were from there.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
incredible the names that came from there.
Natty rolled through there. Oscar rolled through there. I didn't honestly go through names because the list was so
It's
freaking
so
long.
And the only reason I was really like exposed to Shimmer was, I believe, the Dark Side of the Ring, Daphne. I believe Daphne went through there a little bit, and when they talked about some of the names that were there, I was like, I gotta look this up. And then I got kind of invested, and when I realized the names that came from there, it was absolutely mind blowing.
Dude, I also didn't know where that's where all the DVDs from Shimmer were shot from, and now I'm like, damn, I'd like to go back and see what the center looked like 20 years ago when the wood paneling may have been a little newer.
When the wood paneling was still in style.
Yeah. It was still 20 years old, but I mean, it wasn't peeling,
Yeah.
I want to say something real quick. Beastman, good to see you tonight, sir. Very happy to see you. Wow. I believe we may or may not see you in Vegas. Can you let me know what's going on there? Because we haven't had a chance to husk it up together yet. I'm kind of been looking forward to that one. Okay, so I have the option to not discuss, but kind of talk about what went on at the Berwyn situation, but from Brett's perspective. And I kind of wanted to play that. It's about 5 minutes long if anybody wanted to hear it. But the reason why I added it on here was because I think he summed it up well, but also the Business of the Business podcast. This was an interview special that had Brett Lauderdale on it. You can find them on 2-Man Power Trip Wrestling. And I'm also going to provide that link for everyone if they want to watch the interview. It was roughly about 45 to 50 minutes long. I also want to say a sincere thanks to them for letting us share this content with you coming up. Please jump over there sometime, check it out. These are some of the good guys out there. They're true team players. They were completely cool with sharing with us here. So I'm going to get that up for you real quick, and we'll check that out, and then we'll just see what can be said. He said, "Oh, sorry, I'll do this right now." So yeah, this right here, my wife finished up tonight. This shirt, and later when it gets dark, this is UV reactive. So everything you see yellow is gonna fucking glow. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate that. We're getting love here. Yeah, let's link up. Yeah, let's get that figured out. I should be around the Clusterfuck, MDK, Spring Break, and a couple others. And I don't know how many I'm working, but I know those as a fan I'm going to be going to. We'll figure that out. Okay, so let me pull this up real quick, and then yeah, I want to hear what everyone else has to say when this is all over with. All right, here, let's pull that up real quick. Let me pull this off of here. Let me get this back up there and there. All right. I'm going to take off chat real quick here. And yeah, this is about 5 minutes. We'll go over this and see what everybody has to say.
It's not a fake stabbing.
Do we need to turn this up?
There's no stabbing. There was no knife and nobody got stabbed. So maybe I should have been more clear about that. It wasn't my show. I wasn't there, but I know tons of people that were there. I know the people from the building. I've seen multiple videos of it from
Is that okay?
Pretty much every angle you can have. And
thank you.
it's clear and it's obvious what happened, and it's disappointing. And I tried to stay out of it for and let whoever needs to handle it, because again, it's not my show, it's not my business. But yesterday it became my business. My dates at that show, at that building, are canceled, and I didn't just have one date there. I had others lined up as well that hadn't been announced yet. And it's not just me. I'm new there. We got to do one show there, and we had another one coming up in June, and then more later in the year. But there are some people who have been doing shows there for decades, and all because these guys acted about as stupid as you could. They assaulted a fan, and then tried to cover it up by making up a story saying there was a stabbing. Little do these idiots know, they go around saying there's a stabbing. That made it even worse. That takes it from a story, about a fan getting in a fight at a wrestling show to getting it on TMZ, and to getting it in local news, and getting the attention of police and municipalities. And it's not as cool and funny, when the real world starts hearing about stabbings. They don't think it's funny like some idiots in a wrestling locker room think it's funny, and they did real damage here. They did real damage to a venue that's got 20 plus years of wrestling history and additional history in that community. There's more than wrestling going on there, and first of all, they assaulted a fan, okay, and then they made up a story. I mean, the assaulting a fan was enough. I mean, you watch that video, it's ridiculous. I know at first, the one instinct from wrestling people is like, yeah, that's what you get for fucking around or for starting shit. But then you see the video and you realize, this guy was talking shit, but he didn't even throw the first punch, okay? And then you've got all these wrestlers. They could have just grabbed the guy and thrown him out the front door, but they all wanted to show how tough they were. They wanted to show how much of badasses they were, and see who could be the one to knock him down, right? All these guys taking unguarded shots at a fan. I mean, first of all, the good thing is that none of these guys could throw a hard enough punch to put him down, which is pretty fucking embarrassing. I'm sorry for my language. To the fact where the guy stands there taking it all, and then he walks out. Okay, if he did stab somebody, you're just going to let this guy leave? You're going to throw all your punches, be unsuccessful, and then just let him leave? But anyways, let's say he did get hurt. Let's say that fan did go down, and then they all stomp him out, and they all punch him. And let's say that fan gets seriously injured where he has to be, taken out in an ambulance or go to the hospital or worse. What have they accomplished? Do they all stand there and high-five each other about how tough they are and how much of a badass they are and chant, RP dub, RP dub, RP dub? I mean, these are people with fucking really low IQs doing serious damage to the wrestling business. And now they've done damage to a legendary wrestling venue. And I'm sorry, like I said, I tried to stay out of it, but it's very clear. It's on video. It's on video. These guys celebrated it and made a t-shirt afterwards to celebrate how stupid they are. And, I try to stay out of it, and it's not my business, but yesterday it became my business. And these people should know, what happened. Fans need to know what happened, and wrestling people need to know what happened, because it's not cool and it's not funny. So there you go. That's my answer about Berwyn.
No.
All right. Let me cut that out real quick and get that off the screen. And we'll get this back up here real quick. And I'll take this off, and I'll kick that off the stage. There we go. Are we having fun yet? There we are. That's actually the first time I've done that. Usually B had done that. So for me, it's like, that
was smooth. That was smooth.
Yeah. So I would say I agree with absolutely most of that, and I'm happy that it came out of his mouth instead of mine, because then the heat goes in his way. But yeah, he was a lot more pointed than definitely my what I had to say about it. So I was just kind of curious. Did you have any comments, agree, disagree on what Brett had to say?
Well, I agree with what he said in terms of like the TMZ stuff, because again, we talked about this last week. Wrestling's niche, deathmatch is even smaller of a niche inside of that niche. And when people who don't even know what deathmatch is are seeing this video because national media is picking up, it just makes deathmatch look exactly what people say it was all along, right? You know, backyarders, untrained, you know, bloodthirsty. It just feeds in to that stereotype that everyone has about the deathmatch genre, and just gives a bad look to that genre overall. So just to me, that was the biggest takeaway. It's like we're feeding into it now, guys. Like we're pretty much proving what they're saying about the genre.
Oh yeah, and we don't want to let that speak for the rest of us. I think that's really important to say. So, I mean, I wanted to also just kind of talk about it from my own perspective, only because, like I spoke earlier, I'm a fan of most of these people. And I said before, some of these people have been in my house. I've ate dinner with these people. I've supported a lot of these people for a long time. And I've had and passed no judgment on any of it to the best of my ability. Because I know everybody's imperfect. They just commit varying degrees of imperfection. Yeah. So I feel like I've said most everything I wanted to say. Was there anything else on that one? Because I do feel good getting away from it.
No, I think I'm good with that. I think Brett is doing a good job of kind of speaking on it, but also distancing himself and not kind of getting involved in the back and forth drama that seems to be playing out with anything not a deathmatch genre. So kudos to Brett for being able to speak on it, but also stay out of everything else.
So then I am going to post the link right here if it'll allow it. There we go in chat. That's the link to the podcast. This was the Business of the Business, the Brett Lauderdale interview special. Again, you can find them under the 2-man Power Trip Wrestling. Please go over there and check them out. Again, thank you so much, guys, for letting us do that. We're highly appreciative. We're usually the ones always giving, and I felt like it finally came back on us. Man, thank you so much. You really did help make 5 to 10 minutes of our show. I'm gonna have to send you guys a drink or something one day. I think we should have a watch along. You want to knock out the first one of the night?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. So for our first match of the night, we hand selected another classic from the GCW library. We'll be traveling back in time to April 5th, 2019. Joey Janela's Spring Break 3, Night 1. We wanted to go through the Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan. Now, we also know most super fans have seen this match, but we also want to be respectful. There's going to be some new eyeballs. I see there's new eyeballs in here tonight. They may need to get caught up on the creativity of Joey and Brett and what can really go on in an Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan match. And I really hope that after we see this match, it may give everyone hope that what you think you're getting and what you will get will be two different things. Oh, you guys are fantastic out here. Salamander, good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, Bruno. Pete, I don't know if I said hi to you tonight, sir. Good to see you. Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and get that pulled up real quick. It will be a second because, again, it's me. Okay, Joey Janela's Spring Break. There you are. Let's share that. Let me make a little change to our situation here. So sorry, guys. Oh,
It's so funny. I've met Beastman like probably 10 times throughout him being here, and it's funny he says that now.
Yeah, he's Joe the Beastman. Beastman is from my neck of the woods in the Ohio Valley area. So
okay.
We already know we have the same vibe. Hillbilly rednecks. I'm sure we'll have something pretty cool to talk about between the two of us. All right. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this match underway. Joe, we're able to talk through this whole thing. So if you want to, by all means. Also chat, please help me out on sound. So if it needs to go higher or lower, I'm going to start at about 50% and we'll start there. Thanks guys. Let's get this one underway and keep rolling. How's that?
Letting him hear it.
Voice is a little. Is that better, you think, so we can talk over it?
Yeah.
Okay. Chat, is everything okay mix-wise? Let me know if I need to do something for y'all.
Being checked for weapons right now by official Bryce Remsburg. He's going to have a tall task ahead of him.
Oh, I didn't know that. Gabby Fours at Big Gay Brunch. Very cool. You know, I don't think people knew what they were in for here. I think they were just looking for a fun joke match.
Yeah. It's such props to them. It's such a ballsy thing to do, right? Because it could have backfired so bad, right? And people would be like, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen." But they did this so well. Props to them.
Oh man, the fact that they even had the camera do everything and the fans, the high fives and shit, like that's so good.
I love the fan with the John Cena shirt in the front row.
Yeah. He is at the show, but he may be at another show. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I love fandom. All types. Oh, gorgeous ceiling.
The only way I'll truly be able to officiate this match is if I have bad boy officiating.
That'll get you in trouble.
Listen, if you can't watch this and laugh, you know what I mean? Like, just enjoy wrestling for what it is.
So that's the thing. I'm usually really old school and tight-assed about it, and I had to learn how to relax. And every now and then, you gotta enjoy it and just laugh at it because there needs to be something for everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone also everything isn't made for me. It's made for everyone.
Yeah.
Fire J Media. Ivan, good to see you tonight, man. I can't wait to see you in Vegas. Thank you so much for our intro video. Always coming through. Pure freaking professional.
Tying up here in the center of the ring. Exchanging holds.
I love how involved the fans are, too.
You know what? Actually, an interesting choice that he started with the 2 counts like that. It almost kind of picked up the audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, I think that, yeah, that was well done. It's almost like the fans needed that bump up. And
because realistically, right, this is more of a match where the ref has to shine, right? Like the ref has to be on his game here. They picked a great one to do it, but
I didn't know Bryce busted his arm. Dude, he was slapping the shit out of that canvas.
But he's telling the story, right? So, like,
yeah,
right now you can see it back and forth going on without it actually happening because of the way he's acting.
What's up, Fred? Yeah, this is pure performance art.
Flurry of forearms now. Needs to stay away from the eyes, though. Throws a warning for Bryce Remsburg. Stan taking that shortcut.
I didn't know White Eagle wasn't hosting wrestling anymore. I love how he's given attitude.
Yeah.
Remsburg's asking for a chair. This is highly unusual. You should be paying attention to the action in the ring.
So that takes creativity on how he can make that. Yeah. And then they throw in a chair with a wonky fucking leg.
He's trying to bend the fucking leg. Like us wrestling, like I love this stuff, right? But if you're showing your friend this for the first time, you're like, what is this, right? Like, what is this?
Yeah, Bryce is like that. That won't hold his weight. I need another. That was good improv right there.
Yeah.
Every single one of these shots could be a potential knockout. Just gonna duke it out here.
Great question, ZMZO. I hope he does. Sandman's totally 80s and 90s. Those glasses would work.
Oh, did you hear that one?
God, the fans are so good.
Sounded like a baseball bat.
They could have killed this whole match, dude.
Yeah, they could have just booed and, you know, what is this? Or, this, you know what I mean? But they got involved, and I love it.
Right. Right here. Always keep your chairs fresh.
Oh, he's going to the gloves because he's busted open.
Oh, and welcome also. Good to see you.
Let them fight.
Dude, the fucking gloves. I mean, really. I wonder how much time. I would love to ask him how much time this took to put together.
He wants to keep going. These two have taken to the floor.
They're taking it to the floor.
Yeah, no kidding. This went to a place right here I didn't expect. And the fans, like, I didn't expect that either.
It's so funny because if you scroll back, there's a lady there. She's looking around like, what the frig is going on?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Of course.
Look at that fan right there.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And everybody's having fun.
Yeah, look at everyone. Holy shit.
Wow.
That's so good.
That was a bad landing. Everybody is so in on this. I love it.
Well, I think someone said that in the comments too, right? Like,
Yes.
it's so much more than just the ref having to be involved. You have to make sure that the commentators are involved and they're telling the same story to the fans that the ref is.
Yep.
Oh, so close. He kicked out. You need to bring the action back inside the ring to go for the cover now. Can't put your hands on the official.
See, you can't put your hands on the official. Like, that's so well done.
Took a cheap shot on Remsburg. Attacking the referee. What a low blow.
Good to see you tonight. Can't see Invisible Man.
Making his way to the ring.
Kiku was such a curveball.
Oh,
The glasses. Kikutaro can see them. What a chair.
He had to pick the corner where Bryce's head is. Okay, there we go. Reed said, I think that's where Bryce busted his elbow.
Yeah, because he's really wowing there.
Yeah.
He got the shoulder up. Unbelievable. Only two.
I agree. Pico was great.
Yes.
Is great. Sorry. Is great. I don't know what it is, but good comedy.
If I'm not mistaken, the last Japan tour, Jimmy was him in one of the matches, correct?
Ooh, good question.
I think Jimmy took unmasked and it was him in the last tour.
Okay, someone was talking about that door spot. Pay attention. You'll get it pretty soon.
What is it going to take, Brady? We saw a 30-foot fall off the balcony. Wasn't enough. Oh,
That's so good.
You know, Yeah. Instant classic. Again, most of us have seen it, but there's quite a few who haven't. And, you know, Joe made a good point on that, and I had to side with him.
Yeah, I just thought it was fresh with Sandman and stuff because there's people who probably don't truly know what they're in store for, right? You know,
Wow.
a good like welcome.
He says, "How does the damn door break?" So there's a like a string or a wire is what happened.
No, John, the Invisible Man put the invisible stand through it.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible. There we go. Hey, I did that nice and easy.
Yeah, that was good.
Time. That was good. I'm so smooth. Actually, what I'll do is, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna get up the next one so I don't have to worry about that one either. Sorry, you know, pure professionalism going on right here. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's the Punjabi match. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So
okay. Yeah, let's talk about that one.
I think we talked a little about it off air, but our biggest thing here is like how the Sandman plays along with this, right? Because ECW days, he says hardcore, beer crushing, cane swinging, badass. And then you ask him to kind of suspend belief and have a match with the Invisible Man. How are we going to do this? You know, so it's going to be interesting to see how he plays along with this. But if the last promo from last weekend is any indication, this is going to be a very, very fun match. And the Sandman's going out having a lot of fun.
And I was really negative at first, but I didn't really think about all the factors like Joey's creativity, the fact that Sandman asked for this match, which means he's already kicking ideas, and I don't even want to know what's in that brain, but I'm really looking forward to it. I tried to think about why I wasn't too fond of it up front. I feel like, especially with my age group, we were used to that tough, mean, take no shit Sandman, especially the ECW days and then the WWE days. And I don't think any of us has really seen a silly or a happy Sandman before. And if he was happy, it's because he caned someone or, you know, so I think this is turning everyone sideways. And then you add the fact that his opponent is invisible. And I think a lot of people are saying, okay, is this serious? This is his last match. But I think there's a lot coming in this one. And I'm really hoping that in the end, we get something really good. So I'm wide open, but initially I'm like, oh, how the heck is this going to work? But yeah, Hack, Janela, those are two really good brains for wrestling, and they're not just gonna do, you know, have 15 minutes of Hack flipping on his ass. It just ain't happening.
No, I mean, if, like you said, Joey's creativity, every match that he's been in the last 10 years, it just comes right through, right? There's crazy run-ins, there's crazy spots. So I'm interested to see how this plays out. But I also think you got to factor in they're billing it Sandman's last match ever, right? So I think that plays a factor a little bit too in what's going to happen in this match, that last match ever. You know, they could have just announced Sandman for the spring break and that was it. But last match ever, I think, adds a little more intrigue.
And I'm wondering how much of this match is being sold by the Sabu match from last year. You know what I mean? People are like, oh shit, you know, when it comes to retire him in the last match, it's going to be a spectacle. I'm expecting one here. And I think there's quite a few people that bought a ticket because they're expecting that spectacle, something unique that they're not going to see. And here we are right off the bat. Sandman, Invisible Man, we're already in the weird and unique.
Yeah, GCW doesn't get to where they are by being cookie cutter, right? Brett, Joey, they all took risks to get to this point, and it's paid off in large part. So I'm excited to see this.
I've always said that GCW and all the other companies are like skaters at a skate park. Everybody's skating, doing their thing, but GCW is like off to the side, you know, kick flipping off of this and that. And all the other skaters are like, oh, you really can't do that or whatnot. And we're over there kick flipping and shit going, yeah, we can. Check this out. And then boom, 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 you know, dropping from 12 feet and, you know, doing it. I just think that that's what's going on is a lot more tradition. And they're going, hey, you can't do that. And we're over here going, yeah, you can. And some people can grasp it and some people can't.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. It's a great analogy.
Raleigh. Joe, have you heard or know who Raleigh is?
I do not.
Raleigh is the one who basically runs the Nile down in Phoenix. And bro, if you ever take a West Coast tour, Los Angeles and Phoenix are fantastic. Great crowds. I mean, the whole nine. Definitely looking forward to seeing him when we get a chance. Fantastic crew, the whole bunch. And we actually do talk about them all the time. Again, you're going to find out you're going to end up knowing a lot of these people one way or another, Joe. It's a beautiful thing, man. I just want to say thanks again to Brett for listening to the fans and allowing us to dig into the GCW library. That does mean a lot to us. And yeah, he did listen to the fans. I said, listen, our listeners really want to add something to this and enjoy ourselves. Can we do it? And he's like, dude, just open up the library, one a show, except for tonight. We're going to do a couple more than one. That's okay. Feeling pretty good. You want to go into Joey Janela's Spring Break 10?
Yeah, I just want to address that one comment though by Matt where he said this isn't for him. And that's one of the risks that they're taking here, right? This isn't gonna be for everybody, and shout out to GCW for still going through with it, even though they knew that was a risk they were going to be taking.
Yeah, and like I said, Matt, I am kind of on your side. I'm not sure if this is what I want to see, but I need to see what they give me first because I like the Sabu match. That was more than I expected. So I'm going to remain open-minded, and I mean, I'm going to sing praises if it's what I like, and I'll slam it if I don't. But I have a feeling 9 out of 10 of us are either going to really like it or really hate it. And that's a hell of a risk to take. And Brett knows that's a hell of a risk to take. So he trusts in Joey here. And again, Hack is very smart. Maybe people don't know behind the scenes. Very smart individual.
Sorry, guys. I had to mute myself because the Flyers just won and they clinched the playoff spot, and my neighborhood's going absolutely insane outside right now. So
oh no shit,
they were screaming and stuff. I'm like, why is everyone screaming? I get a notification.
You need to go scream?
No, I'm good. I don't know if you can
Are
hear
you
the
sure?
screams, but the block's going absolutely insane right now.
Do you want to go look at it real quick? You can, man.
No, I'm good. Okay.
I'm
good. I was like, what the hell is going on outside? And then I got the notification, Flyers clinch.
Yep. Go watch Hack's WCW run. Yeah, some of these things people don't know, and I'm looking forward to it. I didn't watch a lot of his WCW run. I think that's maybe something I should pay attention to. Wings lost again. Yeah, we do have fans of all type in here. You're a baseball guy too, aren't you?
Oh, I love baseball. I absolutely love it. Phillies aren't looking too hot, but it's early. It's early.
We get Brett on here sometime. We'll have you two talk that out.
Is he Mets or Yankees?
Mets.
Oh, okay.
Y'all need to talk about that.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Joey Janela's Spring Break 10 live from the Horseshoe in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. This is going on Friday the 17th. And then take note, this is not the usual GCW 8 p.m. start time. On this one, we'll be starting at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Right now, we're at 8 matches. And okay, Joe, how many matches do you think we get on this card? Normally, we get about 9 on an average card. Do you see 8? Do you see 10?
I think we see 8 because I think the 2 main events are long. I think we're going to see a lot of wildness in that Joey match, and I think we see a lot of wildness in that Sandman match. So I think they're going to be pretty long. And then we got the brass ring match. I think is going to be a pretty long match as well. So I think with the match lengths, I think 8 is a good spot to be at.
And Screwball hits us with something sideways, but I like it. If there is 9, it's because the ring gets cashed in.
I like that. I like that.
I like that one a lot. I wonder if that's going to happen. The only thing I thought of outside of that would be a scramble. So I can't see more than 9 tops. A scramble's just, Brett has 30 guys back there. He grabs 6 or 7 and off he goes.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, is it a GCW show without a scramble though?
Oh, well, that's what I'm thinking is it's 8 plus 1.
Yeah.
And where's Frankie? Frankie, I I guess we're East Coast. One of our East Coast correspondents. I think that's a good thing to say because I know he's running to a show coming up here soon. Frankie says, mind you, Cole's ring is still valid as per latest news a few months ago. And he is right. We're starting the sports thing over here is what I think is happening.
I apologize for that.
No, that's good shit. Oh, dude, you have a great reason to be happy right now. Vipers cashes in and walks into TOS as world champ. Manny, that's a big one.
That's a big one.
Over Bear, over Manders. Vipers taking it. Listen to that. Okay. Also, here's the other one is a scramble and a brass ring ladder match could be redundant. Screwball. Great point. You know, those multi-man matches, unless they space them. Otherwise, I agree with him on that one. Yeah, double brass ring turn in. Boom, boom. Reed's been right on some shit before, like some real out of nowhere shit.
Remember he teased it when he first won it. That first day he won it, he teased cashing it in and then ended up, I forget exactly what transpired, but I remember him trying to cash in that first night.
Mm-hmm. There's been some, I don't know. It's been wild. I do hope to see Cole Radrick back.
Yes.
That's something I think all the fans I've heard over and over. And I mean, we asked one time about the next GCW world champion and his name came up multiple times with our listeners. And I was really surprised by that because we were talking about Bear, talking about maybe Manders taking over the next one. And then, a lot of people said, no, let's give it to the GCW guy. I thought that was pretty cool. You know,
that is pretty cool. He's one of the guys who are there week in, week out. So I wouldn't mind that.
Well, I will say this much. This is the first time I've ever previewed a card with a double main event and 2 of the 4 competitors are consisting of an invisible person and a 14-year-old. Okay, let's run into match 1. We're finally here. This is a 6-man tag team match. We have the team of Marcus Mathers and YDNP. That's Alec Price and Jordan Oliver versus the Rascalz. Athletic, high flying. And I think this may open the show if there's no scramble. What are you thinking?
What a way to open the show is what I'm thinking. And we talked about it last week a little bit, but again, it seems like AEW and GCW are now playing nice, which is very refreshing to see when everyone gets along. So it's this match. It's going to be one where the announcers are going to have to make sure their voices are well rested because they're going to be winded fast.
What I'm thinking here is we need to enjoy this because this probably are one of the last moments where these guys will all be in the ring together, especially at GCW. And I feel like that makes it even more special.
Yeah. I mean, with Marcus being ID'd and with the other guys all in AEW now, it's only a matter of time before this isn't possible.
So, I also think this may be the first time all 3 Rascalz have wrestled together, all 3 at GCW. And if anybody in chat wants to correct me, please do. I'm not really sure on that one. But as far as I know, this is one of their first major independent appearances since signing with AEW. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I can't remember if they ever had a 3-way before in GCW. I don't remember that, honestly.
Well, I got another one for you just for fun. If YDNP didn't lose that title for a month to Brothers of Funstruction, they'd be approaching their 12th month with the titles.
Really?
Yeah, because they won them at the last spring break.
That's right.
And then they only lost for that 1 month to the Clowns, Brothers of Funstruction. And then they gained it back.
That was to, push forward the 2-day war. So
yeah. So we won't count that. Is that what you're saying, Joe?
I mean, we gotta talk to Brett about that one, but I don't think we should.
No. I do want to talk about putting in fucking work. Since they debuted on Spring Break 9 on April 18th, 2025, just 5 days away from 1 year, they've already had 76 matches together. They appeared at 9 different companies in 2025 and 11 so far this year. Now add Marcus Mathers, who's actually worked over 10 times, I believe, with YDNP. So I feel like he's technically the 3rd member by now. I don't know. What do you think on that one? You know?
I mean, he fits the group perfectly, right? Like, you know, in H2O, I think it was Young and Restless or something like that. Well, Wasted Youth, he was in there. So it fits this group, but and he is a good 3rd member. So tell him to bring him on to AEW. I'd love to see him there.
Screwball says, I think the brass ring match has to open because half the field has to be somewhere else later in night. Yeah. See, some next level chess going on over here.
That's the thing you have to forget about, right? Like the amount of shows going on that weekend is insane. It's absolutely insane.
All right, let's see here. Is there anything else you wanted to mention in regards to this match?
All I gotta say is buckle in, because it's gonna be a wild one. So I think this is one of those matches like where if you're wanting to show your friends like what GCW wrestling is, this is a great match that you'll be able to show them.
I think you're dead on with that one, man. Who wins?
I gotta go with GCW, guys. I gotta go with Marcus and Young Dumb and Broke. I just think you know, it's good to see all these guys here, but you gotta go with your OG guys.
Also, I don't think the Rascalz can handle the GCW schedule on top of AEW.
No, I agree. I agree with that 100%. GCW isn't your typical indie. They 2 weekends, both days, every weekend typically in a month. So I agree with that.
Yeah. Crow Fairy Tale says, will Cole Radrick return this weekend? I'd be one of the first ones to know. I would like to hear something. That's what I'll say.
That's an interesting comment there by Man.
Which one do we have here? AEW talent always go over.
But here's the catch to that, right? Jordan and Price, right? They are technically AEW also. So where do you go there?
Okay, look, if he's trying to surprise me, which I know Brett and I know Cole, then they've got me good. real good. And if that's what it's about, then hey. What kind of messages are I'm seeing over here? Beastman got his ball sack stapled to his leg by Manser. All right. Yeah, they could see Cole returning on the new Indianapolis show if he's ready. I do like that. I know the timetable was, I think, later this month or next month if he truly, went through the whole thing. I don't know. Let's see here.
I love the Colt love though. I really do.
Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna just mute this real quick. I had somebody just ask me a question. I want to make sure that I got it answered because I just got a message about it.
Okay.
1 second. I'm so sorry about that dead air. Okay. No, I had a question. They were asking about some speakers arriving, and I just wanted to make sure that they haven't. So, okay, sorry. Business in the middle of business, I guess. Anything else on this one before we cut away and go into match 2?
No, I think we've said all that needs to be said about this one, but I'm excited for this one. It doesn't open the show. It's going to be a good way to kind of break some stuff up in the middle of the show. So
that's what I was thinking was, I don't know about an intermission, but if there was a lull somewhere, I would stick them in directly after it to pick up the energy.
Yep, exactly.
All right here. So moving on to match 2, we have the team of Mance Warner and Steph DeLander versus Megan Bayne. And as far as we know, a mystery partner. Mance and SDL are back at GCW. I couldn't be happier. How How do you feel about that current? I know we're jumping a little bit, but it's affected so many matches elsewhere, and I don't know if it's affected here outside of Bear and MJF, but how do you feel about the current TNA situation and them protecting or pulling their talents?
I hate it. I'm being honest with you. You know, we talked about GCW, AEW playing nice now, and like these aren't matches that were just thrown together, right? These were matches that got pre-approval. You know, everyone was all on board. The talent was announced already. The fans were buying tickets, and then for them to then pull it back like that, to me, is what I hate the most, right? If you want to protect your talent, you say no from the jump. The flip flopping to me is what really makes me angry because it doesn't make sense. Like you were okay with it and now you're not. What happened in that 2-week window from when the match was announced till now that made you say I'm not comfortable?
And I'm one of the ones that say if you kind of not even a handshake, but a verbal agreement or whatnot, I feel if they had this change of heart about the talent situation, honor your agreements and then stop after that.
Yes.
Especially in a weekend so as important as this doesn't spread much goodwill to other promoters. There may be quite a few TNA performer or TNA linked performers that expected this to be their Christmas and then have to drop shows.
Yep.
That doesn't look great when there's contract negotiations coming up for new talent. That's a whole thing for another time, but I just feel like as a fan, we're going to miss out here. I feel bad for the people who bought tickets to go see someone specifically at a show just to find out they're not going to be there. That does not create much goodwill. And I also think that this could have been TNA talent's chance at letting their talent breathe so that maybe someone goes, damn, Bear Bronson is good. Where can I see him? TNA wrestling. You know what? I'm going to tune in.
Yeah. Like
now,
and
now
Slater.
It's like what match? Sorry, bud.
I'm sorry, we both talked there. But Ricochet and Slater got pulled from the Super Show. Like I think that's what started the whole ball rolling, and then the MJF stuff came out afterwards, after that match was pulled. But like these matches, like you said, good faith, and like for example, Slater's a young guy, right? He's gonna be a free agent soon, and you're taking these opportunities from me now. Why am I gonna re-sign with you in a year when my contract's up, right? Like, I don't know. To me, it's just odd. But shout out to AEW for stepping up and filling some of those matches that have left a void by TNA. It's just odd business for me when you're trying to build your brand to have that negative news about your company out there, right? So I don't know.
Dude, it's just a lot of bad vibes to throw out on like this is the Super Bowl for all wrestling companies. Hey, how about I got a great idea, guys? Fuck you all right now. Like you couldn't have thought about this after all the company, like give all the wrestlers their paychecks that they've earned over a collective and then break that news.
Yeah. Or why not say like, hey, okay, you can have this match, but the finish is what I want. Right. Like, just something there's a way to protect your wrestlers still and still have this match. So to me, that's what the most head scratching thing is.
This has been odd. Okay, back to this because I'm just realizing we're only in match 2. It's an hour in here. Okay, so Steph DeLander had her first match back at GCW. Again, she has been off since August 8th, 2024. However, she did come back and win the ACW Women's Championship against Indy Hartwell and J-Rod. And before she when she stepped in the ring at GCW, she was already a 1-month champion at ACW. So I do see big things on the horizon for SDL if that title win is any indication. Mance Warner back at GCW. He shows the type of brutality and violence that I think we all love in wrestling. I see an instant threat to the world and UV championships. I feel his last run was brutal and he put a lot into it. So I'm actually okay with him taking a couple more breaths before we come back to him again. I feel like, we've seen a lot of it, and I do want to I don't know, Atticus and maybe one other play a little bit with the world championship before it gets to him again.
Yeah, and I think also too, I think maybe Brett might be a little cautious just because you still do hear Mance talking about AEW and WWE and having an eye on those and maybe one day going there, you know. So you always got to be a little cautious on where you put your titles when bigger companies like that come into play.
Yeah, and what a wild world right now. GCW is still kicking ass, and they're getting fleeced by WWE and AEW right now.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it's been a two-headed monster. Like, really, it has been.
I mean, even
Let's
TNA
see.
recently, you know, Mance, Bear, stuff like it's been all of them. It's been all of them.
Yeah, and still put on one hell of a show because of cooperation by many people.
Yes.
Okay, on to Megan Bayne. I'm always happy to see her back. It's rare anymore. She's obviously on AEW TV, currently one half of the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions with Lena Cross as Divine Dominion. I feel GCW dropped the ball not having Lena Cross on the card a lot more before she got picked up. I also say that I would have liked to have seen Megan Bayne win a GCW championship, if even for a while. I think she's a great figurehead. I feel like I just say, hey, Lena Cross is the easy answer.
Yeah.
But now that we know AEW is playing ball, are we looking at a male competitor to go along with Megan? Female competitor? I mean, we're talking MJF was coming last month. Who's going to come in for Megan Bayne in your mind?
So I have a name. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense in terms of like storyline, but I think the place would pop big time because he hasn't been there in a little while. Speedball.
Oh, what a that would be so good. I miss him.
I think that place would erupt if Speedball came out.
Nick Gage and Megan Bayne. Capadon coming through.
That's even better, right? But
okay.
Sold.
Okay, so let's talk about that because I didn't write that in my notes. Is there anywhere here where you could see Nick Gage get involved?
I mean, now that I hear that this is a perfect spot, right? Because I mean, Gage really hasn't gotten his lick back from when he was cost that title all that time ago from these guys, right? So it makes sense. It makes perfect sense, and got me salivating thinking about that now. Honestly,
I don't know.
I like that.
I think it's a good one. Who came up with that? Mal. I think it was Mel that came up with Speedball. Capadon, that's right. Our Las Vegas guy on that one. Bubba, good to see you here. You ever see Bubba in the crowd? Got that cowboy hat on?
Yes, I have.
Beastman likes taking it. Yeah, Bubba loves coming in here. Bubba, it's good to see you. Give me a second because this happened. Hey, honey, I was called a stallion. I should put that on a shirt now and quote it.
With that picture of you yelling to your wife.
Oh, yeah. You hear that, honey? I'm a stallion.
That was great.
Oh, man. Okay. So we really don't know who Megan's partner would be. We have a couple people that would work really well.
That I see a lot is Gabe Kidd. I've seen that thrown around a lot. Someone mentioned it in here again. It was mentioned 2 or 3 times last week as well when we talked about this match. So that would be interesting. Whoever it is, we know it's going to be good because it's spring break.
And it has to be someone that matches up well with Mance Warner, but I think almost anyone does. He can wrestle. He can go hardcore. I mean, that's the roster. Somebody fits in one or both of those buckets.
Yeah. Yeah. And Gabe, it looks like Gabe Kidd's actually injured, so he's out.
Okay. So he's good for right now then.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see who they pick. I don't know who it is, but I'm excited if it's Gage. I'm not going to lie. If those bells ring when she announces her mystery partner, I might mark out like a little girl. I'm not going to lie.
Clown says, I think Nick gets involved after Atticus defends his title. Do you think Nick Gage is the next challenger for the GCW World Championship? What do you think, Joe? Rub that
That's
crystal ball.
That's a hard one, right? Because Nick has been doing so well in everything, right? But I don't know if Brett would do that yet, right? I think you might need a little more time to see where Nick's headed. But I would love. I mean, I'm a huge Gage mark. Like that's one of my deathmatch OGs, right? Like he's my favorite. But I don't know. From a business standpoint, it's hard to thrust him into that, knowing the past.
And that'll be the first time we've seen Gage on TV in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Well, like a showboat where he came out with Homecoming. I think was the last time. When Brett called him out and he thanked him and stuff. I think that was the last time we saw him.
Yeah, it's been too long. And I think if there's a time to come back, it's going to be on the 10th anniversary. I mean, Nick Gage is GCW. It's pretty hard to argue on that one. Wow.
That was his
Brandon
last.
Kirk filled in.
That was his last match, right? That was him and Parker, and Kirk filled in for him. But I think he was back. He didn't wrestle, but I think he was back. He came out like a surprise appearance at the Showboat, if I'm not mistaken, not recently.
Okay, so now my wife got there's my shirt glowing.
Oh shit. That's badass.
Take the one down just a little so that they can. Yeah, it just is what it is. Yeah, we're having fun tonight. Yeah, there we go. We should go party, John, for the rest of the night. Look like I'm in my my 90s bedroom or something.
Look, it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's really badass.
Yeah, this is the only tie-dye that's UV reactive available, and since we do shirts, I found it, and like the 80s 90s kid in me was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right, you ready to go on to match 3?
Let's go.
All right, we have Effy versus Allie Katch in a loser leaves GCW forever match. Sorry, I'm too busy playing with shit. All right, here. Had to get a light on me again. Okay, so Effy's been off his rocker for the past few months. He lost his unlucky number 13th championship belt, and he's not been the same since. He's been beating up his friends, caused a huge amount of problems there, constantly showing up at shows when he wasn't booked, running into matches and attempting to wrestle talent. On some of these occasions, he's stripping off his clothes Ric Flair style.
I love
his dude at Vegas, like he's down to underwear and socks
dropping
and shit.
the elbow.
Oh man, yeah, totally Ric Flair.
No, that was definitely perfect analogy, Ric Flair.
We'll get into that one in a second, clown. Allie, I feel, has been doing fantastic in ring since she's come back from injury. The 8-time champion has recently been seen doing work with the WWE ID program, and I feel this may be her exit from GCW, if there is one. Who wins this match, and how do you think it ends?
I think Effy wins just because of what he means to the brand overall. And I think, like you said, mentioned WWE ID program and stuff, I think Allie is next up in terms of getting signed somewhere, and not being able to work that GCW schedule that is so intense. I wouldn't be shocked if, like a lot of their friends come out, second gear crew and stuff like that, during this match. I think this could see some spots too. But I think Effy, because of what he means to the brand, takes this one.
So what I'm thinking is just because I see how this could wrap up a lot of things, the ending to this story could be they get along. They get along. They go down.
It out.
They get out of the ring. They go ringside. They stand there and take the 10 count together. We either leave together or we stay together. No contest. Throws it out. Effy comes back on track, because the alternative is if he wins here and he still stays crazy, where does that go from there?
Yeah, where do you rear him, man?
Right. So I'm thinking this has to probably be the end of that crazy Effy time, because otherwise another couple months of that until the next big show would be probably difficult to sell to others. I mean, he's down to underwear. we're running out of clothes, man.
Next thing they walk around in just fishnets.
You know, it's coming. You asked for it, Joe. This platform will give you that. Fishnets are coming, brother. You asked. Just remember, you asked for it.
I will.
I think so. That's the thing. We could have a Juan Cena moment, Screwball. Do you think?
That would be interesting, honestly.
Okay, so this was thought of a couple shows ago. I thought, what happens if Effy continuously gets kicked out, and then one day here's Effy in a mask, and it's like a Juan Cena type thing where he's like, "Yeah, of course I'm booked," you know, and he's like, "I'm a lucha."
I mean, that would be hilarious, but I could also see Effy going full blown heel and saying F the stipulation, and he still just shows up, right? He loses. Loser leaves GCW forever, and then he doesn't leave, right? And he keeps coming back and he keeps wreaking havoc, and to the point where like maybe we see a storyline where it's like, you know, truly you have to leave now, or if you win this match you can come back in GCW. I could see that happening too. So they have so many options they can go here, and I'm excited to see where this one goes.
For the sake of the audience, I would like to see Effy maybe lose this, and they kind of do a twist to keep him there, just to see the fans gasp, because I think 80% of the fans are thinking Effy is so ingrained in GCW and vice versa that breaking him away from that, you know, we've had Effy, we've had Allie gone for a year, and we kind of learned to work with that already. Yeah. So I think it's more palatable to do it that way, because if that's the last time we hear, you know, goodbye Yellow Brick Road, that one's gonna hurt a little. He's one of ours.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there. It would be one of the biggest shocks of the weekend having Effy lose there, especially if he loses clean. That's like earth shattering, right?
Oh yeah. Look at Gringo Loco tells Brett he has another amazing lucha. So another idea I had would be if you find out Effy's stealing clothes and he just walks in and he has one person's mask, another person's shirt, somebody, and they're like, where the hell is all of our gear? And there's Effy out there dressing in stolen shit in the parking lot. There's so much fun that can be had there.
What if their Microman was on a show and someone stole Microman's gear and Effy's just wrestling on his knees?
Microman could show up for Bayne.
Yeah.
Anybody's available. We could have Cheaton for all we know at this point.
Listen, I think just the intrigue of who it is, I think pays off regardless of who it is, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so we're at an hour and 20. We have two options. One option is we do our second watch along. This is the Bollywood Boys versus Macizos versus South Pacific Savages, the Punjabi prison match. Do you want to take a 3-minute break first? Or do you want to watch the match, then take a break?
Let's do the break first so I can grab a drink real fast.
I'm with you. All right, everybody. We're going to do a 3-minute cookie real quick. We will see you back here. And then we're going to go ahead and do our second watch along, the Punjabi prison match. Be good. All right, we're back. How you feeling with the first half, Joe? You ready to do second half?
I'm ready. That was fun. You know, this talking about this got me even more hyped for spring break, even more than I was. You know, I feel like every year I say this, but I'm more excited for spring break than I usually am for Mania, because the builds are so good for this. You don't typically see this in independent wrestling. So you're muted.
Oh, give me a second. Sorry about that. That won't be the first. Actually, hopefully that's the only time tonight. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so let's get this going real quick here for our second match of the night that we're going to watch along. We hand selected another classic from the GCW. Actually, Joe selected this classic from the GCW library. We're going to travel back in time to April 6th, 2024. We have the Bollywood Boys versus Los Macizos versus the South Pacific Savages. This is going to be the Punjabi prison match. Give me 1 second to pull this bad boy up. And
Real quick while you're pulling this up.
yes.
So if you remember, originally this was supposed to be Fatu. And
Yeah.
this was around the weekend where he officially got signed. And he didn't show up to any of the bookings that he had for Mania weekend. So this is kind of like where Fatu left the indie scene.
That's right. Oh shit. It's good you said something about that. I didn't even
Because everyone was wondering because I was at a show on Friday night where he was supposed to be there, or Friday afternoon, and he didn't show. And then so everyone was wondering, like, oh, if he doesn't show for a GCW show, that means he's gotten signed.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, so before I start this real quick, Effy's Big Gay Brunch just announced Team Havoc versus Team Dixon. Looks like Team Havoc is Brooke Havoc, Monomoth, Hunter Gallagher, Gabby Forza, and Anton Voorhees. Team Dixon is Billy Dixon, Devon Monroe, Keita Murray, Jordan Blade, and Jay Vidal. Oh, nice. All right. Just wanted to set that out there. I just saw that while I was looking on my tablet real quick here. All right. So yeah, let's get this one rolling real quick. Same thing. I'm still working on what the best volume is. Once I figure it out, I'll try to remember it. Here we go.
Game Changer Wrestling. We're coming to you live from Penn's Landing Caterers in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
How are we right here?
Joey Janela's Spring Break Night 2.
I think it sounds good.
Okay. Everybody good on this one?
Joined at this time by Veda Scott.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, so here's the deal.
I love their entrance.
Yeah, they're a vibe.
Bro, they tear it up in LA.
As you can see, they're starting out with the Punjabi prison match. All the way to the Pacific Tech.
It's so funny because for a while there they were heels, right? But like,
Two big matches.
it's hard to
They're
not
the biggest
hear when they
matches
come
of
out
the
just
entire
because the music is good.
Bro, they went over so hard in LA. I think that was one of their first turns. They lit it up, and then they ended up getting a couple bookings out of it.
Yeah, they're so talented. They need to be booked everywhere.
Look at that. I said, here I am front row for this. Yeah, I think I saw a Screwball over there.
I'm somewhere here. I don't know where.
And we'll get another shot of it, I'm sure, in a second. But this structure that has been erected around the ring.
They know how to do it. Look at that.
To Big Finn and his crew for
I had to add the entrance for this match just because, you know.
Mind you, this is like 12 o'clock in the morning, and the crowd is still.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you there. Speak up just a little.
I hear this is like 12 o'clock in the morning at it's after Mania and stuff, right? And it's still vibe like this.
Crow also says they were front row too.
Far more intense than we ever realized it could
You
be.
can hear Veda's voice is like raspy.
Too.
This was the last event of the collective this year, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Prison match in pro wrestling took place right here in Philadelphia. I believe it was back in 2017.
It wasn't at Penn's Landing, but somehow we have it going on.
Shout out to GCW too for having to do that.
They have something. I know the music is a big part of it, but
Like
Yeah, I see Screwball over to the right. He's in a jersey, a white jersey. That's him over there. He's got the mask on.
Oh, I see him.
Dude is always first in every wrestling line. Great. Loves his wrestling.
I had no idea what would unfold, and seeing it here live and in person,
The music.
incredible.
I still don't know how this is gonna unfold. We're gonna have
Hopefully the whole thing doesn't unfold, but you know what I mean.
four tag teams, especially with teams like this. Villa Sabu and Juicy Janela making their way through the curtain. Let's go!
If Zilla gets himself under control, he has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I agree.
Changer wrestling competition.
I agree.
Did you see Juicy at the slap fights at all?
Here in this match.
I seen a little bit of it. I love Juicy. I think he's one of the coolest guys that I've met in my life.
Bro, he wanted to train my son.
Really?
Yeah. And my son was 15, 16. He was already taller than Juicy at like 15, 16. And he's like, brother. Yeah, he's like, I need to. And he pulled him aside and had a talk with him about how big guys work. And he's like, you got to do this. Yeah, he sits at like 6'6" or 6'7" and like 325, 330 right now.
Who, your son?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Is he going to do this?
I think if it paid appropriately, he would have.
Yeah.
You know, it just. And even Bear's like, that guy's spending a year on the Indies. He's gone. So, I don't know. Yeah, we had the FSW owner like calling us or talking to us at shows, like, you know, sign some paperwork and he can come in and train and everything. And then, yeah. B, Brant, our other co-host, his son trains over at FSW off and on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I already had my 8-year-old asking when he can start training.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I noticed that
It's good. It's good for their health. It's good for their self-esteem.
Yeah.
It's like sports.
Yeah, exactly.
60 of them are actually.
I miss these guys.
Former four-time World Tag
These
Team
guys, when we
champions,
talk about
Nick
crowd and
Baker,
getting
wrestling
hype and stuff like
Super
that,
Fame,
these
and
guys
Primo,
know how to get a crowd energized.
I like how over the years Ciclope has found his personality and it's just brightened up over time. I mean, you could tell by what glasses he's wearing and stuff if he's over with the fans or not by yeah.
Or when he has a backpack at the mat.
And there are like some extra bamboo staffs available on the floor.
Love the music too.
Swinging one another.
I do miss.
I don't know.
Guys.
What's that?
I said I do miss these guys.
Yeah, it's good we still see Ciclope, but yeah.
When's the last time we saw both of them? Was it
Oh my gosh, probably well over a year.
Cage's Arrival when they fought each other?
Ooh, good question. That one's going to chat. Anybody know that question or have an answer for that?
When did we see both of them?
And with this being
Hmm.
a four-way match, there's no champion's advantage here. I mean, I don't think anyone has an advantage in the Punjabi prison match.
I'm with Screwball. Commentary desk would be the calling for me.
Violence is forever. Already have had the
I had a small amount of time training as a manager.
Any single
I
reign of a
I actually
GCW
think
World
commentary
Tag
would
Team
be my way.
Championship duo in history.
Yeah, I mean, I love wrestling. Yeah, it was always something I always wanted to do, but I can't take the wear and tear that it puts on your body.
With three gigantic threats.
Look at that,
for
Fred.
their championship
Got another
reign.
big eater in his house. Yeah, it gets expensive.
These kids need to play football. You got some offensive linemen on your hands.
I'm telling. Oh man, we had a chance to go to Ohio and meet some of his family, and I saw my nephew, which would be his cousin, and they're the same size. I'm like, bro, I'll give you guys good money to go over on that hill and beat the shit out of each other right now.
I'm sure a lot of people would.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah. Both of them running around 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" at the time.
Did your son ever play football?
No, I know. He played PC, Xbox,
Yeah.
PlayStation. He played them all.
Every one of these entrants were just a vibe.
Right?
Seriously, like 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it may have been. Like everyone, half the people are at Mania, exhausted. You know, you had that exhausting tag match at Mania, and they're still here vibing out and stuff. I love ECW fans.
Look at Screwball over there. He's having a great time.
Yeah, he's vibing. Screwball, did you go to
Dude,
Mania this weekend? That weekend too?
That's a good question. Screwball's all over the place. Uh-oh, Reed is back. Full shower, muscles relaxed, air conditioned, teeth clean, and the match hasn't fucking started. Yeah, welcome back, buddy. We just had a 3-minute break, and we had to do the entrances for all 3 teams. They're so cool.
Yeah, Screwball says at the watch party.
Yeah.
But I was lucky this night. I got to be wine and dined by WWE in the press box with free food and drinks all night. So,
well, that's because you cover them big companies.
Yeah. I shot over right after after WWE was over. I shot right over to this, and
Anticipation is in the air.
keep my eyelids open.
Landing.
Damn, dude.
Conclude.
That's fucking awesome. Good for you, honestly. That's something I always thought. I'm like, damn, if I would have put all this towards another company, but like this is my company. I enjoy it too much.
This is the company I prefer.
Also, I'm not keen on 3 hours and 7 minutes of wrestling. You know, like 3 hours of shows, 7 minutes of wrestling.
Oh, I know what you meant. 100%.
Yeah.
Dominic Guarini sent out toward the opening.
Said I'm gonna choke the shit out of him.
Looked like Juicy was following behind.
If I remember correctly, someone gets like busted open in this match. I think pretty bad.
Again, like you said,
I don't remember who, so this will be a surprise for me.
weapons all over the place.
Now you were talking about something with the sticks.
Yeah, so Thursday night, you could see in the back they're like breaking branches and stuff, like in the back, like outside. And I was like, what the hell are you using all those branches for? And then sure enough, here they're using it for the prison. But this truly was a handmade structure out back, which is pretty wild to think.
Several of their opponents outside to the floor as Guarini sent into the cage.
Wild.
Just shows, right? Like when you believe in yourself, Screwball, and you don't know until you know.
Whoa.
Oh, big super kick from Miedo connecting with Kevin Koo. Teamwork coming up from.
So that's the other thing, man. Like Screwball, Frank, a lot of the guys on the podcast ended up getting commentary jobs. Screwball's calling a Minoru Suzuki match.
Yeah, that's
right.
Mind blowing, man.
I love it. I love seeing it.
Teamwork.
This is what it's about. Like people are succeeding in different ways.
And it's good people are succeeding, right? Like you know, people who genuinely deserve it.
Behind them.
Fred said Dominic impressed the fuck out of me live. He and Kevin went hard, but Guarini was not quitting.
Is underneath.
I was not high on Violence is Forever initially because they were kind of doers more than they would go in, they would do the damn thing, they'd leave. There wasn't a lot of personality and whatnot, but over time I got it and who they were. Again, they were recent. Oh no!
He didn't absorb all of the body weight of Juicy for now.
Oh no!
Just shows you how big of a man that guy truly is. I think that was the spot that got him.
Oh, Juicy down.
Some teamwork coming up as they've got Cyclope. To the top rope, Harv Sira. He's going to climb on the structure.
Yeah, I was waiting to see who would be the first to make.
I love that comment. Don't forget to have fun, right?
Please don't forget to have fun. I'm a stressing person, and I know Screwball can sometimes, that it's got to be stressful to take on something so fucking cool. So yeah, just have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Inside the structure himself.
Well, it takes it to the Bollywood boys.
He didn't sell that clothesline very well.
No. To be fair, it wasn't the best.
No, it wasn't.
Launched.
I mean, he was under 30, 40 matches total at this point, right?
I think you're being generous with that number.
Yeah.
The edge of a broken light tube. Just do a whole lot of damage.
Oh, and busted open here in the corner.
With all the weapons involved in this matchup, it was just a matter of time.
They say he's busted open in the
And I
corner.
don't think Dom Guarini has even managed to get back inside the ring
Oh.
since he was tossed by Juicy
Yeah.
now early on.
Yeah, I
Oh
remember
wow,
this. He got
that's
busted
a
open really
vicious
bad.
clothesline.
That chair.
Yeah, it looks like a cut right above the
That's a hell of
eye.
a clothesline he took.
Out on the floor.
Yeah, here we
Vito
go. Screwball
Escrimo.
says this was like
Dominic
match
Guarini fighting
13.
over
Yeah,
Bamboo.
so
The
30
late
being generous.
bamboo is the problem.
And Zilla fought too.
Oh,
Looks like he was setting up for maybe a Samoan drop. But now the Bollywood boys working together to take him out. And I wonder how much that blood loss is going to come into play.
oh.
As Juicy just throwing another chair. Chair's thrown at both of the Bollywood boys. And Kevin Koo getting in on the action as well. Throwing that chair at Juicy.
Josie.
I mean, think about this, Dave. It's already
He's smaller than this now, I believe. I think he lost some weight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know
I'm
he
always
had
pushing.
Vision.
He had some health issues.
Bingo. So I'm always pushing
Oh.
for him to
Kevin Koo
lose a
with the
little
drop
weight
kick
here
in
and
the
there.
corner.
Trying to get rid of Juicy for now.
I'm down
Guarini's
85
back
pounds,
in
and
the
trust me, I can
cage as
tell.
Well.
Well, congratulations. How long?
Yeah, this is.
As Nick Gage
No
likes to
kidding.
say.
It's taken
I
me
think
about
that was all
12
from that
years.
night
I
chair.
did
Yeah.
it slow, like 1.4 pounds a
Down to
month,
the floor.
Mm.
something like that. Like, yeah, it's been
Oh,
Kevin
yeah,
Koo
maybe
as
7,
well.
8, 9, 10 years. 10
Wow.
years is a great round number. 10.
Yeah, congratulations. I'm down.
at a clear disadvantage
I'm down
the longer
15
that
since February.
this match
Hell yeah.
lasts, the
Dude,
more
it's not
blood
easy.
Harv loses.
No.
Fuck no, it's not easy.
It's nothing more
Um,
rewarding when you
Brief
step on that
clips of
scale and you see the number
multiple
drop.
level structure of doors and
Mhm.
chairs
It's motivating,
along the
too.
floor as well.
You know,
Yeah.
it just sucks when you overeat one day and then your
Now-
numbers go up like 5
Power
pounds.
Yes.
tools cannot be utilized in pro
Yeah, 'cause I
wrestling.
really
I
ate
think
that.
they were utilized to build the
Good
WWE
wrestling talk we have
Oh
here,
my
guys.
God.
The ring to potentially
Thank
be
you.
used in the
Thank you,
match.
clown.
Oh, it looks like. So I see blood
Yes,
on Dom Green,
imagine
and I can't
that.
tell if that's his own blood
Imagine that.
or someone else's.
I have to get a closer look at some point.
Did you see Bollywood's face?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's, yeah.
Trying to
He
wipe the blood out
cut
of his
to-
eyes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it's been a question of.
That
how
was a
even the
hell of a
match at all.
clothesline.
He was determined to fight for himself. Oh,
Damn, man.
oh, not the
Jeez,
saw.
he didn't put the sauce on.
No.
Oh,
no,
Reed.
No.
10 years.
And that is
Lost
Dom Green
over
looks like
100
he's
pounds.
busted open
Congratulations.
eyebrow as well.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Pre-saw
Well,
sawing of the head.
Might be worse now.
I agree with Speed.
First,
Juicy
hit the
Finale.
bamboo.
Awesome on GC and
Oh,
would love to
no.
have him back.
Yeah, I think he fits that GCW genre. I really do.
I still pushed. Last year, I pushed for Stackhouse versus Juicy in like a super heavyweight match
Taking down Dom Green
because
and
both can
Juicy
flip. So
now.
we're talking about a super heavyweight
Okay,
match
some
that could
bamboo
be
in hand, sliding it
wild.
inside the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that cage. What's up, Richard? Good to
Bloody
see you,
handprint
sir.
on the door.
It's gonna be bloody everything. Look at him.
Yeah,
Look at
he's fucking looks like he's kind of
Which
slowing
is
down
a
now.
Disgusting but accurate term.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Like right on the hairline.
Just a visual display
Yeah.
of the brutality of the weapons involved in this Punjabi
He's
prison
keeping that
match.
TV face
GCW
clean.
World Tag Team
It's funny because you
Championship.
see all the wrestlers that are wrestling him. They got all like
Little
blood
bit.
smeared on them now
Senator
too.
Nieto stabbing at Kevin Koo on the outside.
Trying to drive it into his throat.
Here comes Zilla.
He's still down there with the towel.
And Juicy Finau trying to corner.
I mean, he just wiped himself
right
and it was
behind him.
Oh,
instantly
but Juicy
from
didn't
some
realize that
masking.
he was cornered.
That
Oh.
chair not having much of an effect on Juicy.
If Juicy was just booked right at GCW.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part with
tossing the
indies
chair
and
back
big
and forth
guys.
to
It's like,
Juicy
how do you
Finau's
book them
skull in the
to
middle.
look strong, but also, still sell stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's the ongoing battle of
Teamwork
Cruel,
from
right?
Los
It's like,
Macizos.
Oh,
how do you make him look like a monster, but also still lose matches?
Right.
Then
So
on the
there was an
outside,
idea
looks
with
like
him that I had heard,
Marvin.
and it really would have
Zilla
probably
are
worked, but
climbing the
Cruel and
outside
Doctor
of this
Redacted together.
bamboo.
You would have had the Doctor and his
Climbing the
monster.
structure.
Mm,
And then if you want to
Right to the
protect
advantage
Cruel,
as it looks
let
like
Doctor
Zilla.
Redacted
What?
take all the
Maybe
pins.
looking for a
Oh, no.
Samoan
I like
drop
that.
off the structure.
I'm for sale.
To
Oh,
the floor, through the
actually, no,
door.
that was not my idea, but that is a fantastic idea, I think. And that would have protected Cruel.
yeah,
Carnage and bodies.
that's actually I like that
everywhere.
idea a lot.
We take another look. Samoan drop.
He missed.
Taking out both of the Bollywood boys with that maneuver.
And despite this being a challenge laid down by the Bollywood boys, Dave, that might be it for them as far as this match and these.
I didn't realize this is a lengthy match. These guys really throw it down.
Juicy for now, staggering.
I think there's a. If I remember, there was a wild Samoan spike like spear off the top of the cage.
Several chairs still available to be put to use, and both of Los Macizos have.
Nobody heard that, Reed. Literally.
Shot after shot.
I muted myself and was trying to talk.
Screwball said his backpack got coated in Bollywood blood.
Juicy for now, staggered. Up on the shoulders and dropped.
No, probably not back for a little while.
But I think all things are fixable. I think Fool's too good of a talent to be gone.
Although Miedo is clutching the small of his back,
There's always a chance for redemption.
have the advantage here.
As long as the person's alive, they can always change and be better.
Climbing to the top.
I think.
I agree.
Of the Punjabi prison, and it looks like Zilla Fatu is going to meet him up there. Climbing the structure.
What's up, Matt? Yeah, that's what I'm watching his back going, damn. This is a busy match.
Spike sending Cyclope through the pile of carnage.
Several levels of doors set up out on the floor, and Cyclope crashes through all of it. Zilla Fatu standing on the top rope.
Goal.
Cover. But keep your eye on Dominic Guarini breaking up the pin attempt.
With a frog splash.
There's that spike.
Miedo was sandwiched underneath the bodies, but watch the replay here. Cyclope
knocked off the top of the structure through those doors out on the floor.
Listen, I could never take some of these bumps.
Now, Zilla Fatu, they are both down.
Still, oh my God.
Bro, we have 4 thumbtack bats we made out of wiffle ball bats. I rolled it across my hand, and I'm like, I don't know who the hell is crazy enough to do this for a living.
Wait, are both Bollywood boys busted
open
open?
as well.
Say that again.
They're both busted open.
Looks like they are the worst for wear out of everyone.
I'm gonna trust you. I don't
involved
see
in
the
this
other one
matchup,
yet.
Losing a lot of blood.
Dragging Zilla into position.
Oh, I gotta get this one.
ZMZO,
ZMZO, shout out to Landscaper, Kurt Bale, and the rest of the ring crew that set up the cage and spots.
Shout out to Kurt.
There you are. Look at that.
As well. Zilla's determined to win this matchup and take the tag team championship with Juicy on his side.
Yeah, and
oh
anyone
no.
can be pinned or forced to submit in this match.
Screwball.
It's something extra special. If you could take out the champs instead. Little miscommunication between Fatu and Finau.
He's going for that spike, but hit Juicy. The chair launched at Zilla by Dom Guarini.
Oh yeah, that cage is great.
Working together on Zilla now. Good teamwork.
Durable too.
Now dragging.
Right?
Fatu.
The fact that it has one and working.
Driver.
What?
Okay, there's a question. Do you know where they got all that bamboo? Joe?
That is a good question. I don't. I mean, I saw them breaking up some branches in the back on Thursday night. But there's not like just readily bamboo available in Philly like this, right? I have no idea.
Just a slap to the face.
I'm sure Chad and stuff have
gives
something
it
to
right
do
back
with
with
this
a back
hate
fist.
build. So that's a question I'll ask him.
Knee by Guarini. Again now,
Wow.
Violence is forever. They are setting.
I
up
liked when Macizos were beating up on Juicy and they were throwing the chair back and forth. By the way, that wasn't the computer. I think that was the that must have happened on Triller's side.
I think this is almost the end.
This is the only thing I don't like is everybody takes so long to build things.
Yes.
That it slows down the match.
Yes. It also sometimes suspends belief because, like, Juicy got punched a couple times, right? Like, how long is he going to be down there?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like when one guy's setting up, the other guy should be working him over again to kind of keep him down.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Screwball would know. He was there too. the Punjabi Bamboo Company.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. There's so much.
There we go. I was going to say it wasn't our computer over here. Oh.
Kevin from the top of the structure.
Violence is
Uh-oh.
forever.
Let's see here. It's going to take a week and a half to watch all the same. We're going to talk about that at some point too, because trying to review all this is not going to happen. We're probably going to go spring break and maybe just talk about some other stuff. But yeah,
sounds good.
This match turned Reed Harris Cooper religious. Look at that. Good for Reed. Congratulations, buddy. He's found Jesus. That was a wild match. We watched wrestling. We talked about weight loss. We had a good time. You know,
just based on the athletes.
That's what it's about, right? That's what wrestling is, right? It's an outlet. It's supposed to be an escape. It's not supposed to be adding to your drama or adding to your life's problems. It's supposed to be
the remnants of it all over.
So there's that one there. I'll go ahead and pull that one off the screen for now. Let's do this and remove and this. I'm terrible at this, and one time I'll figure it out. I swear. Thanks everybody for being patient as I.
That was pretty smooth.
I'm doing okay so far. I'm getting the last one queued up because our last one is that Sabu and Joey Janela match. Crow has some nice words for you. Joe said, "Great choice."
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to do it because I was there. You know, I haven't gotten to most of the collective, so being there, like, what was my favorite match of that weekend? So,
look at that. All right, here. So, great question, Reed. Do you think Otis and Matt will do better than what was just done there?
You're talking about two of the best in deathmatch, if not right now, ever. That's gonna be a hell of a match. A hell of a match. One of my most excited matches of the weekend.
Sabu.
This match, before we jump into it, Sabu shocked me with this match. You know, I was expecting it to be like a cakewalk retirement match, and it was anything but that.
I got some stories that I'll try to share about this if I can remember correctly, but like, his shoes were from someone else because his shoes didn't arrive. Something got chewed by a dog. He was in that, like, all of his shit didn't arrive basically, and everything was just off. A lot of what he had was put together, and then I told him, I'm like, dude, you looked like you looked like the deathmatch god came directly from hell, and he wanted to have a match. And I told him, I said, dude, that white suit will now be iconic with you. No one retires that way, and you did it.
He went out on his terms.
Yeah. So let me see here. Reed, no, unfortunately. So I'm going to tell everybody this because I haven't said this since primarily it happened, but around, I think I went back and looked 11 days before he had passed. Brett had sent me over to pick Sabu up. We went over to the Nerd Bar. He had always gotten free drinks there. So we go there and we set up a table in the back, right where micro wrestling is held. And I kind of know how to put all the cards out so people can sign everything quickly. And we did that. That's what was going on. So if anybody decides to purchase one of those GCW cards that Sabu signed, that was literally 11 days before he passed. He was in a really good mood. We had a great time. If something in the match happened and it made him sick, I would have probably seen that. Not at all. The Sabu I had was rolling and smoking weed in my car while I'm trying to get to the Nerd Bar, and I'm just trying to not get pulled over. That's who I saw. You know what I mean? The guy who is just sitting and chilling and telling jokes, and he talks and mumbles under his breath. So when you try to listen to him talk, it's hard to hear him talk, but in a fantastic mood, had a great time. His wife or fiance was there with him. Yeah. So if there was something going on there, I definitely would have seen it. 11 days later, I woke up one morning and my wife's like, Sabu's dead. And yeah. And just 11 days ago, I'm sitting like on a top rooftop restaurant. And in my head, I'm sitting next to fucking Sabu. I'm sitting, you know what I mean? I've been watching him since like 95, 96. I'm like, that's fucking Sabu right there. And, yeah, so that one hit me weird, but yeah, any of the cards that are signed by him, they were signed 11 days before he passed. I was there for all of them. I had him sign pictures and everything. So anything you see in gold or black, I think gold and black were the two colors. We signed those at Micro Wrestling at the Nerd Bar together. Yeah, good time.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Never forgetting it. Okay, so we have a couple more matches to go through and then maybe close out the show with the Sabu. Does that sound okay?
Sounds perfect.
All right, man. Okay, so going into only match 4. I love you guys. We're heading into hour 3. We have a tag team match. We have a Jurassic Express reunion. The team of Jack Perry and Marko Stunt going up against KJ Orso and Sam Stackhouse. I wrote here that Marko Stunt had a great time at GCW, laying down plenty of entertainment and memorable matches. Recently, Marko came to the ring to retire and was attacked by KJ Orso and Sam Stackhouse. Sam's turn was a huge surprise to the fans. No one saw it coming. KJ explained to everyone that Sam has become his true self, and now he's become viral and much more popular. And a few weeks later, Marko came out in LA, said he actually wants to fight both KJ and Sam, and that's when we had Jack Perry enter the ring, and the fans popped. Huge reunion here. So we'll just kind of fast forward a little bit. Who wins this match?
I think from a GCW standpoint, you have to get KJ to win, KJ and Sam, just to kind of make them continue to look strong. You know, they're obviously going to be there week in, week out. So if I'm booking, I'm doing KJ and Sam.
I'm hoping to see Luchasaurus.
I was hoping he was originally the opponent. If I'm being honest, I was hoping with Sam's size and stuff. I felt like Sam and Luchasaurus would have been able to have a good match, and then Marko and KJ. So yeah, I'd be interested to see him come out and make a save.
So I think things are being quiet when it comes to GCW bookings with Marko Stunt, and it seems like Marko has a lot of dates booked elsewhere after this match. So my question to you is, do you think this is the last match for Marko at GCW for a while, or do you think this is just the kickstart of him coming back full time?
I think it's for a while. I think if KJ and Sam are to win, I think it's in a way where it writes off Marko for a little bit. You know, some kind of brutal ending or something like that is going to transpire. So I think we see Marko back before the end of the year, but I think KJ and Sam win and it writes Marko off for a little while.
I see KJ and Sam going, no. I see Perry and Marko Stunt winning the match. I could see possibly an Orso Sam Stackhouse beatdown on them after the match. The only reason I'm trying to find the path to KJ and Sam looking stronger, because I know that Jurassic Express will be out the door after this.
Yeah.
Or I'm assuming they're out the door. I don't think that, Jack and Marko are going to start picking up the GCW flag and, 3 out of 4 weekends a month going out and, doing it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree there. It's not feasible, He's a champion in AEW. It's not feasible to expect him to be able to pick up those weekends.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. But again, I think it wasn't maybe Screwball that was saying AEW talent generally don't lose. So we'll see what happens there. I'm really surprised by that one. Now, if Jurassic Express stayed, do you think they could be contenders for the tag team championship?
I think you have to, right? If you can get Perry to commit to more dates, I think you got to put them in contender just because of the name draw he brings. Him alone would sell tickets in places where, where fans know that name. So I think that, and then also you get the opportunity of spillover, right? Like being mentioned on AEW TV and stuff like that. I think you can't pass up that opportunity.
Okay, now thoughts on the possibility of Sam and KJ taking the GCW Tag Team Championships off of YDNP?
That, to me, I think we talked about this a little bit last week. I think that's the most realistic next step, right? Who knows how many more true dates they can make because of this new ROH AEW contract. I know they're not done with AEW fully, but they're definitely been appearing less. So you gotta get the belts off them sooner or later. And I think if especially if KJ and Sam can win against Jurassic Express, I think you have to think about them being next in line. Maybe again, this match happens before that 6-man, and Sam and KJ maybe cost Marcus and them the match against the Rascalz. That's a possibility. I
like it. That's what heels do, right?
Yeah.
Heels.
And it's a way to make everyone still look strong, right? Like, oh, Marcus and Yum Dum would have won had that not happened, right? But the Rascalz still get the win.
Why can't it be Violence is Forever? I don't see why it couldn't be. Am I ready for another run right now? Probably not. However, I think another run would be good. Just maybe a touch down the road.
I think they haven't been around enough as of late to then challenge for the title right away.
Reed's talking about the Outbreak. I don't know about that one unless there's a storyline with the Juggalos. I think that would be how it goes. However, I will say when it comes to character work, the Outbreak are fantastic at what they do. They know exactly what they're giving you, and they give it in handfuls. Screwball says, I would want Violence is Forever as faces since their last run was heels. Agree. Well, no. Let's talk about that one real quick. I think it's going to come down to what kind of competitors they have.
Yeah.
Are the locals more heels? Are they more faces? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind seeing those faces, but I definitely agree. It dictates who they're facing would really matter what their role is. But I think it was last weekend when they got on the mic and stuff, we talked about it a little bit. I think they're kind of in a holding pattern right now to see where they go from here, and I'm okay with it. I don't want to dive back in right away with them, like I said, because they were gone for so long. Just coming back now, I don't know. It's interesting to see where they go here, but there's so many possibilities they can go with.
SDL and Mance could very well.
You had that last week. You said that.
Yeah, I think that's an idea. Vandal 48 tag titles too. Okay, honestly, if you're going to do it, swallow the whole fucking company.
Yeah.
Call an NWO takeover.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I think, but then would you need someone else to be in Vandal so you're not having double champs?
Okay, so at one time, my thought was to add Alice Crowley because at least we'd be in the 440 kind of, and that's another Clevelander.
Yeah.
So, I mean, also would be a great addition wrestling wise. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you think of anyone else that maybe would be a good addition to Vandal 48?
I mean, we've seen them kind of have that feud with Bev recently. Maybe he's more frequent and could join. And we had that, like you said, that 440H. They had that whole group. So maybe someone from there can come over.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but if they're going to be in the tag picture, I would like to see someone else join just so we're not having, your heavyweight or your ultraviolet champion be double champs.
Yeah. All right, then we will roll on to our fifth match. This is the Grab the Brass Ring DLC match. Our competitors in this one, Gringo Loco, One Called Manders, Teriyaki, Shotzi Blackheart, Man Like Derice, Vipress, Vengador, Bear Bronson, Sydney Akeem, and Charles Mason. Joe, what the fuck is going on giving us an entire card of superstars in one match?
Yeah, I mean, look at these names. These are names that have really helped carry that GCW banner the past couple of years. So we're in for a treat here with this match.
I'm okay. So first of all, I want to say this. First of all, I love Bear Bronson. I'll go through these one by one at some point, but One Called Manders was the only one that truly qualified for this match.
Yeah.
I'll put that out there right now. I know that was probably an oversight at some point, but if you want to kind of stick to your guns on that one, I'll be honest with you, almost all of these people, if one of them win, I'm going to be happy with it. I'd be cool with Shotzi, cool with Gringo. Well, okay. So I'm going to tell you that right now. Charles Mason, I wrote here, rich, influential, dangerous, always has a story and a meaning behind his movements. So he's entertaining. That's an idea. Bear Bronson, my choice for the next GCW champion. I know TNA is kind of tight right now, though. Manders, top of the independent food chain, winning championships all over the world. Gringo Loco, I feel he's earned it. If anyone, he's one of the last to not get a championship run at GCW yet. And I feel he can confidently carry the company on his back at least once. Sydney Akeem, welcome back, by the way. Haven't seen him since the clusterfuck last year.
Really?
Yeah, so it's been a full year since we've seen him. In the other competitors, Teriyaki, he's on the rise, but he's just not GCW championship material yet. I'm looking forward to see what his youth and agility will do on the ladders. Shotzi, she's usually a slam dunk for the title shot. I'm not the biggest fan of hers, so if she gets another shot, fine. But if she doesn't, I'd rather see somebody more GCW get it. So a lot of these people, though, if they would have gotten singles matches, I would have been happy.
Yeah, this is stacked, man.
I wanted Gringo versus Vengador at one point because they just work so damn well together. Good size, mature,
I'm sure we'll get that in this match though a couple times.
That's what I'm thinking. Who do you think wins this one?
This is hard.
Yeah.
As a fan, I hope it's Gringo. Because like you mentioned, he hasn't had that shot yet out of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He's been one of the GCW mainstays for years now. So I'll go Gringo as a fan, but I think from like making sense standpoint, it's got to be Manders.
There you go. For me, I believe that Bear is the way to go because I think he should be the champion soon. I can honestly say I've never said this before, but I don't think Bear needs the GCW championship. I think GCW needs Bear as a champion. I don't know though. I'm just looking at it that way. So my first choice is Bear. Second choice for me would be Manders or Gringo. I don't know which. Who's your second choice?
Well, my first choice was Gringo. Second choice was Manders.
Oh, sorry.
I think we're kind of in the same boat.
I think we're barking up the same tree. But it was crazy to see Bear lose. And then a couple days later, hey, you're in the match. You lost the, the thing to get into. So, okay. Match number 6, the GCW World Championship. We have Atticus Cogar versus Hayabusa 2. Okay. Atticus is the current GCW World Champion. That's his 10th title in his career. He's held this one for 142 days and defended it 14 times against the likes of Bear Bronson, Matt Tremont, and One Called Manders. He keeps coming out in Hayabusa's gear, little by little, more and more every match. What do you think that's leading to?
I think it's leading us to maybe full blown gear. I think someone mentioned it last week on the white gear.
Mm-hmm.
He wears that. But I think full blown. He comes out in the full blown gear during this match. It's crazy to me that this isn't one of the double main events. Like it's so stacked that this is not a main event.
I don't see Atticus losing the title here just because I don't see Hayabusa working the GCW schedule. I could see interference here. I know a lot of people said maybe Nick Gage here. This would be where I would insert Nick if there is a title run coming down the road. I don't know though. I know it's kind of slow with Nick Gage getting him back and running right now.
Well, let me ask you this. You mentioned Gage. Would this be an after match run-in or during match?
Fuck yeah, I do it after.
Yeah.
Let the Atticus fans get their little pop, be happy. I'm one of them. And then have Nick's music hit. So everybody got their pop. Atticus got his for the win. You know, Hayabusa maybe gets their sympathy claps that the loser always gets. And then, Nick's music hits. And he should come directly through that crowd. And if this isn't a challenge for the Atticus, like if this isn't a challenge for the World Championship, I'm okay with just hey, don't forget that I'm here.
Yeah, like this is still my company.
Bingo. And if you think you're going to fuck with the timeline, don't forget I'm in the other timeline. Yeah. I'll be curious to see.
That comment.
Mm-hmm.
Atticus Gage 2300.
I'd watch it. First of all, Atticus used to be so much more into the deathmatch scene, and him pulling out of it has probably been more beneficial for him. But for one night,
One night only.
Yeah, how else are you gonna fight Gage?
Well, to be fair, right though, like Atticus isn't doing deathmatch anymore, but he's still doing hardcore. And Philly, you can't really do deathmatch, right? Like you can't get away with like tubes and stuff like that. So it would still be deathmatch. It wouldn't be deathmatch, but you could still do hardcore, right? Like tables, maybe a little barbed wire or something like that, without the glass. So I mean, there is ways to do it without full-blown death.
Question here from Matt Brown. Has the Atticus title reign been effective at GCW? That was a big sigh.
That's a painful question because I'm such an Atticus mark. Like when he came back last year and he attacked Sawyer and stuff like that, like I literally marked out to the point where my wife was upstairs sleeping and she ran downstairs like, what's wrong, right? Like, so it was such a amazing moment to see because I never thought we would see Atticus back because of what transpired, all those years ago. However, and then him winning the belt, huge moment for me. I don't know, like look at like Mance's title run and stuff like that, like a little more memorable, right? And that pains me to say because I'm such an Atticus mark. I don't know. I don't think it's been effective, unfortunately.
Clown said I'd have Atticus cut a promo saying he's the greatest GCW champion. You have Effy storm the ring, gets taken out. Mance, same. Maybe even Cardona. Clown's pulling Cardona into this. That's interesting. Atticus goes to talk, and then boom, the bell tolls. Something has to happen. I like most of what he's saying there. I mean, really, it's just let Atticus flex on the microphone after the match and see what happens from there. Not against it.
Here's my only drawback to this is match 6, right? And we know that Joey and Brodie is going to be the final match of the night.
Yeah.
Does Gage coming out here overshadow Sandman and the Invisible Man?
Yeah. That's the problem.
I just worry about that. That's the only thing I worry about. Why I wouldn't have Gage here, because the crowd's gonna blow the roof off of it for Gage, and then it's like, well, what do they have left for the Sandman? Because that's a match that's gonna need the crowd reaction.
Okay. I'm just going with what's public. Brett, on that interview that I showed earlier, if you listen to him talk about spring break, he kind of said in there that Joey is saying these things about Brodie Lee Jr., but is it really Joey saying it? And I'm like, huh? So I don't know where any of that is going. And but he said it. And I'm telling fans over here, he said it, and I gave that link earlier. I don't know. I see more people getting involved. Now, maybe that's where Gage comes in. But again, dude, isn't this wild?
Could you imagine Gage coming out and beating up a 14-year-old?
I probably could. I don't know. I don't know even how that's going to go.
And then turn around and attack him.
Oh, total heel turn. I like it.
Like the John Cena of the GCW.
I don't know.
There's so many possibilities here, but having Gage announced for May 2nd, right? Like, you got to set something up for that event, right? So I think it happens here.
I think you're on. I think you're dead on about that one. I still wish that this would have been Bear versus Atticus Cogar for the championship.
Yeah, we got
being
teased
fair
with that Orange Crush show a couple months ago.
Anything else on this one?
What is your take on this character?
Atticus. Okay, yeah, you know what? I didn't.
No, not Atticus.
Hayabusa.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, to me, like, I get that the family gave him the blessing and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's just hard for me to get behind it because, like, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, it
is, but it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just hard for me.
Okay, so from the tape trading era, I've seen a lot of him, and I always wanted my kid to see some of my favorites when I was growing up. Like, I wish they'd be fresh, but when he sees them roll out on Raw, they're like 65 years old.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, he was a fucking killer. It's like he can barely get in the ring, you know. His knees don't work. Oh yeah, he had killer moves. If someone was a huge Hayabusa fan and they had a kid, they would be able to share that with their kid.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it. I've never seen Hayabusa live. I'll be front row, and I'm hoping for just a moment my mind flips 90s and tape trader. And just for a minute, I'm hoping when I look in that ring, I just see the guy I used to watch 35 years ago. So I kind of look at it that way as it's not the same guy, but if there's a blessing and there's real work on getting everything, the body shape and everything.
He's done a great job.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're going to do it, they did it right. If you're against it, you're going to be, against it.
I'm not saying I'm against that. I don't want to sound like I'm like a naysayer here, but like, I don't know. For me, it's just like hard to fully embrace it.
Yeah.
Just because I know it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's just hard.
It's another one where you're thinking like, is the person bigger than like Undertaker? Is the character bigger than one person, or was that person the Undertaker? That's
a fair question.
Yeah, but the problem is like you're talking these heavy hitters like Hayabusa over in Japan, Undertaker over here. To make another Undertaker, I mean, come on.
Yeah, could you imagine if someone else just came out dressed as Undertaker and said, "This is Undertaker," right? Like, you would be like, "No, it's not." You know what I mean? Like,
I also think there's a time period for that. If the fans would revolt right now,
yeah,
they would. 20 years, 15, 10 years from now, if an Undertaker comes out and, they wheel out the original one and, the original one gives a blessing or something, but I try to look at it positively. I go, you know what? I'm hoping to look at my 5-year-old and he has the same excitement in his eyes about Hayabusa as I did when I was around that age. Yeah. But that's really polishing something, because you're right. It's not the same gentleman. It's just the same outfit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm trying to make the most of it, but I get your point 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's still cool to see, but like, at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not Mickey Mouse in that suit. All right, we'll move on to number 7 here. Sandman's final match. We have the Sandman versus the Invisible Man. Sandman, 62 years old, 37 years in the business, an ECW legend, also a 15-time champion who's held the ECW World Heavyweight Championship 5 times, totaling 446 days. I wrote here, I'm just hoping to see something special. Fans have been divided on the videos. Some love them, others just don't get it. It's not surprising. Many fans, like I said, only know Sandman outside of the ECW and WWE. I mean, sorry, they only know him from inside those times. So this is a different Sandman that anyone who knew Sandman knows. Also, just to be fair, the Invisible Man literally carries the most views on GCW's YouTube page at over 1.5 million views. So, I mean, this isn't a terrible thing to do if you're looking for people that really grab attention.
Yeah. He was on,
what do you think, man?
6-8. He was on the local Philly channel not that long ago on the news station. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
And then the Invisible Man attacked and stuff like that. That doesn't happen if it's just any other run-of-the-mill opponent, right? Like, non-wrestling fans hear he's fighting the Invisible Man, and they're like, what the hell is that? I'm going to tune in. So it's done its purpose of catching the fans. Now it's just a matter of, can Sandman deliver?
Did I say thank you to the person who donated $2 earlier?
No, recently, no.
Oh, no. I got it right here. It's Mal. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure because I'm looking at this and we got caught up in talking. And Mal, we'll talk to you in a second here. Thank you so much. Sandman, where will there be any bottle rockets? No, I don't think we'll have any in this match, but it's I'm fly like a bird.
This is slowly turning into GCW after dark.
Well, dude, we used to start this show at 8 p.m. So there were nights where this show was going till 11:30, 12 on my side. So,
really?
Oh yeah, dude. We're hardcore with that shit. Like I said, we're 220 and we're on match 7 going into match 8 right now, and we still have a watch along, and then we're just gonna talk quickly about the other shows real quick. So
sounds good.
Okay. Anything else about that match? Sandman, Invisible Man.
It's gonna be fun. I hope people embrace it for what it is. They don't get too hung up on what is this and just embrace the fun that is going to be this match. It's professional wrestling. Don't always take it so seriously and just enjoy it. You know, if this truly is Sandman's last match, this is obviously the way he wanted to go out. So let him go out. Let him go out the way he wanted.
Yes, sir. I live in Vegas, Bubba. I'll be all over this place. If I don't see you, you see me. Definitely want to say hello. Our people are cool, man.
Yeah, they are.
It'll be a spectacle, that's for sure. And that's right. Yeah, Reed's got a 10:45 flight. Crow says, "Quit your fucking crying. You can sleep on the plane, Reed."
I know some of my people who are doing shows this weekend actually left today. They're driving.
Yeah.
So
cross country?
That's intense.
Oh, dude, I went from Vegas to Cleveland, which is, almost the coastline of West. Yeah. That's 4.5, 5 hours off the coast. But bro, I went across the country. When I got back home on that round trip, I was like, I'm done. I'll never do it.
Don't put me in a car again,
bro. Yeah. I told myself though, I'll just take the 4-hour flight. I'll never do a 20-some, 30-some hour drive.
Yeah. They rented a giant 8-passenger van and they're driving across country.
I mean, really though, that's cool as shit if you're with the right people. It's just a lot of driving.
Yeah.
You're just looking at fucking road,
Yeah.
And you get to that point where you're like, wow, they built all this road. You always have that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with gas prices. That's rough. Yes, I'll be invading the collective. Oh, also, I don't know what time just yet, but I do want to let everyone know we will host a kickoff show for Joey Janela's spring break. So expect us to have a little fun in between these shows, and we're going to do a little preview. So Joe's getting everything figured out on his end. Hopefully we can get that done. I'm doing everything I can. You guys might end up seeing my wife Steph for a little while, doing a couple things on there. She'll be collecting talent. It'll be fun. So we'll see how that all goes down. Our final match of the night here. Joey Janela versus Brodie Lee Jr. Joey's 20 years in the business. He's been wrestling since -1 was -6. A 42-time champion who's currently holding 3 championships. This will be Joey's 310th match at GCW. We all know the story of Brodie Lee Jr. I just don't think Joey's going to try and wrestle a boy for 10 minutes. What do you think's going to happen here?
I think initially it's going to shock some people. Brodie's been at the dungeon a lot. He's putting in the work. I think they have a legit match in the beginning, and then I think shit breaks down fast. But I do think maybe the first 5 to 8 minutes they have a legit match.
Oh my gosh. Parking. Bubba. No kidding. You might have to look that up on the website for the hotel. Or maybe some of the YouTube videos. Sometimes the ones that cover that hotel will check it out. And I will say again, before everybody leaves, for hip hop fans, the horseshoe sits on the corner where Tupac was shot. So you could go down to the corner and see. And I don't know. I don't even think
Is there a memorial there?
It's an electric pole that's been painted many times. I'm not kidding. There's really nothing, and it's super surprising.
Sad.
You know? Yeah, and right there we go. Parking's $20 a day at the horseshoe. Yeah, hip hop history is right on that corner. It's right there on Koval. That's where he was shot. Wow. Yeah. I don't know if I should have said that, or maybe I should have said it, but it's not a dangerous area. It's just that's where he got shot. Yeah. Okay. So I think there's going to be some run-ins here too. I just don't see this going Janela versus Brodie Lee. I watched them have their little signing, and you see Brodie like kind of picking him up, and Joey's putting himself through the. I'm like, we can't have 15 minutes of that. Something's going to happen. And again, it's Joey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
It's not a Joey match without a run-in.
And in Joey we trust.
Yeah.
I've seen him many times pull out things that I never thought of in 100 years. So.
Yeah, I'll never forget his first Hammerstein match where they had like I believe Swaggle came out at one point. I'm not sure if Brian Myers came out at one point. It was I think X-Pac came out at one point, right? If I'm not mistaken. Like, expect the unexpected when it comes to Joey.
Oh, we're getting answers on parking. I don't know how much more it is, but just because it can be a little wild at night, maybe consider valet. If it's not like, if it's an extra $5 or it's the same $20 bill, do it. I've had people that are like professional poker players here, and a lot of them get jumped in those parking garages. And so, 40. Oh shit, that's $40.
I paid an extra 15 and I get jumped.
Well, it's just that when people win here, all of a sudden people follow you to your car or follow you to your house. And I've
to your house.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a poker player that I talked to when I was working at State Farm Insurance. I was doing State Farm like insurance, and he came in, and the left side of his face was just swollen, and we're like, what is going on? And he said, I won like $40,000. I came home. My wife came in the door at 2 a.m. And when she came in, they pushed her through the door and entered the house. They held her at gunpoint.
Holy shit.
He has a little girl in bed sleeping. He has to grab the gun, come out of the bedroom. They had a gunfight. He had a shotgun. They had one had a pistol and something else. So there's Swiss cheese in the house.
Holy
and long
shit.
story short, he got hit with the stock of a gun. It turned into a whole thing. And he got out of it safe, his daughter and his wife. They had been casing his house for like a week or 2 weeks, trying to find out when they enter and leave their front door. And when they saw the wife come home, they must have figured that's the best time to come in and push through. And they told him, like, we know you have money here, throw the shit down or we're coming up. That's one story.
Holy crap.
Bro, Vegas is not what you think.
Yeah, I heard
in a sense that they don't fuck around here. Like
I heard
gangs,
stuff like that happen in Philly.
Yeah,
at the casinos.
gangs are different here. They're put in boxes. Like it's not the same. Mob is gone, but mob is not gone. And a lot
I know
of people,
exactly what you mean.
yeah, and a lot of people still agree around here. This place was better when the mob was running it, because you could lose $100 and they'd maybe get you a meal, something to drink, send you on their way home, or maybe even give you a free room for the night. Hey, thanks for being here. Now you spend $100, go out the front door. You never seen a cocktail waitress. You never seen any, like, you know what I mean? So things have changed here. If there is something I want to give people advice on, go to Walmart and buy a $4 case of water. Water here is going to one bottle can cost you $7, $8, $9, $10. Get a $4 case of 24 pack of water. And also people will dehydrate here quicker than they expect, and they don't know it till they start getting woozy or getting headaches. Constantly keep water on you when you go to bed. Keep water beside you at bed. No kidding, you will wake up dry. It sucks. Go to Roberto's if you want to have burritos, Mexican style food. That's where the locals eat. You get basic, like a burrito straight up, $10, $11 breakfast burrito. It's like big. When wrestlers come out, that's usually what I feed them because it's pure protein. Breakfast Blueberry Hill is a great place to go. And if you go back and look these, restaurants up, good price, good breakfast, solid. It's like a mom and pop style place, and they do not overcharge. No jacuzzi stories. Let's see here. Tacos El Gordo is overrated. It's one of those places that, became famous internet wise and so forth. And, there's always a line, even in the middle of the night, there's a line. Screwball lives here. So yeah, Blueberry Hill is great. Open 24 hours, guys. So that's something where you can waddle in at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. after a midnight show, and they'll serve you there, and you're not waiting.
We got a guest in here.
Hell yeah. That's my boy, Dr. Redacted. Hey, no shit, Fuku Burger. I'm not going to lie. A couple years ago, or at least the last couple years running, they were voted the best burger in Las Vegas.
Real quick before he jumps out here, congratulations on the huge win this past weekend.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard us, Doc, but yeah, we were putting you over about that ICW win, man. We're very happy for you. Very happy.
And also being added to that, I believe he was added to that no rope barbed wire match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there's some new dates that Dr. Redacted has picked up. If you follow GCW, you're actually going to see a couple of those, and every now and then Redacted will post those matches himself. So I'd say just follow Redacted over there if you get a chance. What else do we have here? Yeah, Slade versus Redacted. No rope barbed wire, I believe.
Yep.
And I do believe the barbed wire is literally sitting in my living room downstairs. So, yeah, also Mr. Barbecue, best Korean. We got to talk about that, Doc, because I don't eat a lot, but I want to go. So we'll figure that one out. Yeah, see, now we're all of a sudden making plans in here. I'm sorry, guys. Everybody kind of knows everybody. It's a small world. Joe can tell you, man, after a while, it's a small world. And everybody gets to know everybody.
Especially deathmatch world. It's like you see all these familiar faces at almost every show. It's like this person gets around.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you look at the deathmatch, like Schlack and all those at that level there, it's like a group of maybe 8 to 12 that are amazing. And then there's probably another 10 to 16 that also, you know what I mean? You're going to get your Eric Ryan, you're going to get your Mickey Knuckles, it's just, that's the circle. Yeah. And it isn't huge. I started learning the front row of LA really quick, and there's, 30, 40 people there, but you see the same ones every time. Don Tortaco. Yep. 24-hour Mexican, solid burrito. Yeah. Out here, a lot of the local places give you good sized burritos because they're fighting for local money. So because of that, you get cheaper food, a good amount of it
with the hotels.
And people like us can tell people like you guys where to save money, where to go, so you can get a good amount of food instead of eating bullshit all week that's 3 times the price.
I fell for the bullshit.
There's nothing wrong with it once, like if you're on a vacation and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I fell for all the tourist trap like restaurants, not even thinking about the the mom and pops.
Yeah, man. Well, that's just that's where the good eating is. And, you know, if you eat too much crap, it's not good for the system. And, you know, so. Man, we are doing a lot here tonight. Okay. So that was spring break. Question for you. Do you want to go through just the matches on a couple of these shows and then go to the Sabu match, or do you want to watch the Sabu match now and we finish with a small amount of matches?
I think it'd be cool to end with the Sabu.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it then. Okay, on to the clusterfuck real quick. And again, I've written down some of this loosely, so no one kill me. The clusterfuck, the GCW Ultraviolent Championship cage match, Otis Cogar versus Matt Tremont. Okay, this is a bloody fucking mess. That's the one thing we do know. Do you think Matt Tremont takes back the championship?
That's
He just had a monster fucking run.
No. I think he killed it. I think Otis worked so hard to get to this level. I think we see Otis a little bit longer run. If I'm being honest, I'm excited for this match. This might be my favorite match of the weekend, if I'm being honest. The build has felt like it's been forever, and these guys are finally getting their hands on each other in a cage. To me, is cinema, right? Like you know, that means absolute cinema. That's what this is. So I'm excited for this one. I really am. I'm gonna fight this sleep deprivedness and stay up and watch this live.
Okay, on my end, I think Matt is fantastic. One of his biggest fans, honestly. Otis has more to gain if Otis keeps that UV championship. What Matt would be doing was just doubling what we'd already seen. I don't mean that in a bad way. What I'm saying is he just came off a run where he was treated like the king every building he stepped into. And I don't think if he just did it again right now, it sounds like it would not. It might be the same thing, which means we're just doubling everything. And same with Mance Warner. Like, they did so damn good. You want to give them some space before the next one comes. Otherwise, you're just eating the same cheeseburger over and over, and you get sick of that after a while.
I like
so
that
I look
analogy.
at it.
Yeah, I like that analogy. But also, think about who Matt is, right? Like, Matt's
a giver.
And he's a legend, right? He's a legend. At this point, not taking anything away from the UV championship, but I don't think Matt needs that belt, right? Like, I think it helps. The belt helps prop Otis up. I'm not taking anything away from Otis because Otis is great, but Matt is Matt, right? Like, he doesn't, like this title right here, this count right here. He doesn't need it, right? It's Matt Tremont, you know. That's my takeaway. Is who needs it more right now? And Otis needs it more.
Could Tremont or could Gage show up here? No, there's no reason to get it. We're talking big show pop. This clusterfuck is great, but all the eyes are on spring break. So I might,
especially because of the time of the night. You know, a lot of people watch this on replay and stuff. If you're bringing Gage out, you want that as much eyes live as possible. I don't know how many like East Coast eyes will be on this match live.
Bubba, we're going to talk about that for just a quick second. Last year, it was joked that John Wolf would be in this year's clusterfuck. And I looked at the gentleman who said that, and I said, "Are you fucking serious?" And he's like, "Why not? I've done it." And I'm like, "Don't you fucking dare." I'm hoping that conversation ended there. If I accidentally get my name called, I didn't ask for it. I'm just letting you know right now. I am not kidding. So I'm hoping everyone was joking, and every time it got brought up, they're like, "Meh." So I'm too old for that shit. Bubba can go in for me.
It is one of those where, like, I'm not asking, but if you say it, I'm not saying no.
Oh, I was just that scared. It wasn't even enthusiastic. I was scared shitless. I'm like, what do you? I'll grab some shit from under the ring and throw it in. That's about it right there.
Why can't it be one of those ones where it's like you come in, like, and you're boom, you're out right away?
Right? Oh, yeah. That might be a good idea. I can take that. One over the top rope, done.
Yeah.
Simple chair shot to the head, out.
Oh, you're giving yourself a chair shot. I was just thinking of like a simple clothesline. If you want to take a chair shot. I respect it too much. I can't do any of that. I'm not, you know what I mean? Those are trained people, and I gotta respect it because there's no way. That's how it
Reed's
should-
trained. Reed's trained. He's in. He's got his yeah, I got some AMAs. If anybody needs some, elbow or knee pads. So maybe someone will go in. Dezo, good to see you. Hope everyone has a great time this weekend. I'll be watching along at home. There we go. Dezo's another great listener. Let's see here. Anybody else? Everybody's getting suited and booted for the fucking clusterfuck. What is going on, Joe? Anyway, here. Okay, some names announced for the clusterfuck. We have Killer Kelly, Hollywood Haley J, Monomoth, Brooke Havoc, Ricky Sosa, Santana Jackson, Tombstone Jesus, Mullet Man, Nate Webb, Starman, KJ Orso, Dark Chic, Dr. Redacted, and Man Like Derice. Okay, I'll tell you this much. I asked Brett how many names are in the clusterfuck, and he says right now close to 50, which isn't a bad number. We've had up to, I think, 80 before. I think last year was 80. Joey was shooting for 88, and I think we got 86 or 87.
That's impressive, honestly. To be able to that. I mean, that's the only word you can really say, right? Is to get, and it's not like Joe Schmo right off the corner. Like, these are like legit big names in the industry, which is what makes it even more impressive.
I felt like the talent level was a little lower last year and lacking. So to see some of these names makes me feel a little better, because I'm not going to lie. Last year, there was a 45-minute lull or so where I'm just like, man, somebody's got to do something. Also, no lie, the Invisible Man went on like a 5 to 7 person elimination, and the people around me were like, okay, this is too much, and so there was a little sloppiness last year just because it was the middle of the night. Everybody's trying to have fun. But this year I feel hopeful that this might be a little bit of a tighter clusterfuck with a little more talent that just knows their shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to say there.
But that's a good comment right there by Reed about the WrestleCon people just being there, right? Now that you are doing it jointly, it opens you up to so many more possibilities.
So a lot of people don't know this, but 20 or so names can rotate in or out that day. They're like, hey, we got 45 names. Okay, well, 10 of those names were people that earlier in the year said, yeah, I'll be there. Well, it's time to go and we can't find 8 of them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But there's 8 people over here next door. I'll go grab them. And the coordination takes hours, and many people know shit. It's not just, hey, you go. Hey, no, there's hours of coordination behind the scenes before that match goes off. And there's multiple people that are involved to do that. I was impressed. I was really impressed.
Yeah, I can only imagine the parts that are moving and taking place to make something like this happen.
Oh, yeah.
Especially because there's, like, it's just not your typical run-of-the-mill Rumble, right? Like, there's actual, like, legit spots. And, like, if you're planning out this big spot and then, boom, someone doesn't show, it could throw the whole entire match off, right? So many moving parts. I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's I'm talking like 4, 5, 6 hours maybe to put it together. Getting all the names, getting everybody in order, making sure everybody knows where to be, where to go. 4 or 5 people wander off and don't make it. 5, 6, 7 come in and want to be part of it. It's a clusterfuck.
Yeah, that's probably one of the shows where you're like posting, like, if you're not on the card, don't come back here, right? Because if not, you'd have everyone in Vegas coming into the back asking to be a part of it.
But it is impressive to see the whole thing move as one unit, and I just figured I'd kind of throw it in there because I saw it last year, and impressive. All right, here I'll just kind of move on.
To the bathroom 1 second while you read some of these matches.
No, take your time, brother. We're good. Okay, here. Yeah, let's look at this real quick here. Effy's Big Gay Brunch. Earlier, I had announced that match. Team Havoc versus Team. Oh, geez. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have that one in front of me there. We also have Effy versus Zack Sabre Jr. Okay. Zack Sabre Jr. has and always will be fantastic in my book. Yes, Team Dixon. Sorry. Thank you so much, guys. He's always been something special in my book. And when we saw him at a show, I can tell you, if you're in his line, he is a talker. He will take time with every single individual. What normally a wrestler may take 3 or 4 people, he will take 1. If you stand in front of Zack Sabre, you're getting the Zack Sabre. I wouldn't call it an experience. He's not on show when he's talking to you. You're talking to an individual who's happy to talk with you. He's very, I've said it 100 times. He's talkative. Just like Bear Bronson, he'll just talk your ear off in the best of ways. All you have to do is just be there and happy to talk to him. So, yeah, I just want everybody to know that ahead of time. If you're ever in a Zack Sabre line, you're going to be waiting for a while. Try to get there early, and you'll feel like you made a friend when it's all over with. Probably some of the best minutes I've ever spent with another wrestler. Best way to put that there. Effy. Okay, Effy has gone crazy. We talk about the fact Barry, your ear. I think ZMZO hit it right on the head, and these are my people. Grateful. Yeah, Effy's just been wild. I've actually enjoyed it, but at the same time, something that maybe makes me happier is that after Effy gets through this match right here, I feel like we might get back to normalcy with Effy. I've felt like with this run so far, he hasn't been his normal self. I haven't got the Effy show. And as a fan, I appreciate the Effy show. Yeah. Reed's jumping in here. He's fine. The fact that this could be Effy's last GCW match, at least in storyline. You know, that hasn't been mentioned by me. I'm thankful you actually mentioned that, Screwball. That's huge. Okay. Yeah, the horseshoe is burning down. This is fine. Does anybody think Effy may have to break into his own big gay brunch? Or is that too much, you think? Just kind of curious. Okay, so I'll wait until Joe gets back to ask him about that Effy Zack Sabre match. I'll roll on to Nyla Rose versus Dark Sheik. We haven't seen either of them back at GCW in quite a while. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing both. Nyla is not at AEW and hasn't been for a long while. But I know this was a terrible hit to the community because I know a lot of people felt that Nyla was a huge part of representation for them. I remember getting DMs like crazy going, oh my gosh, we lost representation on AEW TV. Nyla Rose is gone. However, on the flip side of the coin, Dark Sheik is always busy, always doing something. Hood Slam is now under what name? Screwball would know. Reed would also know. What name is Horror? I almost said Horror Slam out of Detroit. Anyway, it's good you're back, Joe. I want to ask you a question real quick. Slamtown, thank you so much. Effy versus Zack Sabre Jr. What do you think about the matchup? Who wins?
I think Zack Sabre wins. But I think people should be expecting to see a different side of Zack Sabre than they typically do here. I think it's going to be a more fun, he's able to show his like true personality. I've heard you talking a little bit about who he is outside of the ring and stuff, and I think you see that more here in this match. I'm excited for it.
I think Effy really likes Zack Sabre Jr. too. You can he's always calling him like, oh, he's so cute and this and that. I think Effy booked this one for himself.
I mean, listen, why not?
It's his show.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants to. He can fight Mercedes Martinez or he could go against Zack Sabre Jr. I mean, take your pick.
Yeah, exactly. One of the best wrestlers in any company.
Oh, and doesn't have a bad match. No, quality. Nyla Rose versus Dark Sheik. We were just talking about how Nyla Rose was such a big deal, especially on AEW TV. Dark Sheik blazing their own path through independent wrestling. Any anything you have to say about this match between Nyla Rose and Dark Sheik? Who do you maybe think pulls this one off?
Well, not even this match overall, but I do think Dark Sheik deserves, this win here. They're a big part of GCW over the years, and Nyla Rose is a huge opponent. So I would love to see Dark Sheik get the win here. But just overall, right? Like the bad. I'm trying to think how to word it, but like the bad rap that Nyla Rose got with AEW, right? Like it was a huge focal point early on, and then some things in legislation got passed where they couldn't wrestle in certain places for stupid reasons, and then you slowly saw Nyla Rose booked less and less. To me, was absolutely awful. I wish AEW would have stuck behind them a little more and booked them more, because hell of in-ring talent, so if GCW is where they can kind of find their home now, I'm more than happy for them.
Well said. On to our next match, Mercedes Martinez versus Vipress. What I do remember about this one was that Vipress really didn't want to wrestle Mercedes and made a big deal about it online. And then Effy booked the match with them both together. So I still don't have an answer as to what the whole thing was about. And maybe Vipress was just playing it up to get this match. We're going to know more probably the day of the show. Mercedes is not at AEW right now, correct?
I don't think so. I haven't seen her in a while.
I'm so behind the times on that. So, they were legitimate girlfriends at one point. Boom. Look at that. Who knew? Mercedes, Viper, Sheik all have history. Oh my. No. Hey, why wasn't that played up more by Effy and Big Gay Brunch? I really wish they would have leaned into that, because that's the kind of drama we like and we like to talk about.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. I don't want to fight my ex. Speaking of fighting exes, did you find it funny that Allie and Atticus had that match in LA on February 14th, Valentine's Day, and they used to be a couple?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, honestly. I mean,
I could also be wrong. Someone may have told me wrong, but they found that kind of interesting, that the first time they've wrestled together since that time was Valentine's Day.
I'm sure that wasn't a coincidence.
I don't know. It sounds like a Brett thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's put them both together.
That's good.
All right. Our next match here, Brick Savage versus Mad Dog Connolly. This is the beef. These are my people. This is what I come to see. Violence, meat, aggression. This is my shit. How do you feel about this match?
Mad Dog has won me over this past year.
Right?
I don't know. Every time I see this guy, just something about him more and more. I love the character, and this match is going to be physical and stiff.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Brick Savage or Mad Dog Connolly goes over?
I think Mad Dog. Mad Dog's been more frequent in the GCW bubble, so to say, JCW and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Mad Dog. I'm speaking as a fan here. Mad Dog as a fan.
As a booker, I'd have Mad Dog go over, because he's the one with the momentum. He's been winning fans over, actually, like me also. I like the aggression. He's got that angry Irish in him. I get it. So Brick is a fucking beast, though. If we saw Brick at GCW more, I'd say hell yeah, and I'd be looking for a Brick run down the road. I'm a size guy, so but Mad Dog has a lot to gain here if he goes over a much larger Brick Savage, and could really position him down the road for a much stronger place at GCW. So I'm with you there. I could see putting my booker hat on, pushing Mad Dog, and Brick will make him look great in the process.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
All right. We're going to go over here to the World on Lucha. Vipress versus El Desperado. Big match. Thoughts?
Anytime I can see El Desperado, I'm a happy camper. I love that Vipers is getting this chance. I think we talked about this last week, how GCW really seems to be like investing in her. So props to her in a short time, what she's been able to do with the GCW ball and just really run with it. You know, she won over the AC crowd, and I guess Brett was like, well, if you can win over them, you can win over anybody. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see what she can do here.
Yeah, I have not seen El Desperado in a long time. That's going to be kind of cool to see. Vipers, again, I've said it before, the minute Vipers turned into LA Vipers, we just went with it. Vipers is LA. We'd say it. LA, she started popping off like every show. El Desperado puts her through the ringer. If she loses, she's going to be made look good still. You know, I think all that matters here is that Vipers comes out looking better no matter who wins, if this is still about making GCW better as a whole. So yeah, Desperado's kind of a one-time. Viper's going to be around for a while. Might as well strengthen that character.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. Like, this is like Desperado is a talent name where you don't need to win to come out looking strong, right? Like, as long as you just show out, you're good.
All right, here. Then I'm going to look at our next match. I'm actually over here on Gringo Loco's page real quick. I was trying to find out who are the two teams between Team Gringo and Team Dragon Gate. And I wrote down the teams, but I didn't write down who were on the team. So I'm trying to find out who that is real quick. So as I'm looking that up, I'll move over to the next match, Galeno Del Mal versus Jack Cartwheel. Holy mackerel. Thoughts?
I think because I didn't see this match, if I'm being honest with you. So this match to me has me intrigued because of the size, right? Like Jack's not a little guy, but compared to him, he's a little guy, right? So the size here is something that I'm going to be excited to see and how they can maneuver together in the ring, because big little always intrigues me, especially in a lucha style. I think they feed off of each other perfectly, and I'm excited to see how these two guys feed off each other. Every time I see, how do you pronounce his name?
Galeno Del Mal.
Yeah, Galeno. He impresses me more and more. Like there isn't anything in the ring that I haven't seen him do yet, and to me, he can do it all. And I'm excited to see him paired with Jack. Who, listen, I'm still not sure why he's not everywhere at this point, because that man is so talented, so talented.
I got that answer for Team Gringo versus Team Dragon Gate. I'll give that to you in a second here after I tell you. Galeno Del Mal is another one where if GCW was a touch more international or had more lucha influence, that's a champion. He's got like that classic WWE round muscle body. You know what I mean? Like all of his muscles aren't just defined. They're like round. Like you can tell he was classically trained in the gym. You know what I mean? He's got and he's young, like early or mid 20s, I think.
Is he really that young? That's crazy.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Like 24.
I just looked it up. 24. Holy crap.
Yeah. So, I mean, look at this, dude. I love him. Thank you guys so much. Just as I had found it. Team Gringo is Gringo, Loco, Vengador, and Arez. Gosh, be good to see Arez again. Against Team Dragon Gate, Hayu, Kazai, Yoshioka.
Is Arez?
I hope I got that right.
In AEW now?
Who's that?
I think Arez was in AEW. I think he was
was injured.
Yeah, and I think they had him playing like that. Remember when that hologram character came out and they had like the bad hologram? I think he was the bad hologram.
Oh, really?
If I'm not mistaken.
So then, hologram was Aramis, and then the clone. Yeah. Thank you, clown. I love it. Okay, so Jack versus Galeno. You know, Jack is just going to be crawling all over this guy. And, you know, Galeno is going to, I want to see a Galeno tope on Jack. I want to see it. I just want to see a ton of bricks fall out of the ring on top of Jack and see how Jack handles it. Okay, so back to this Team Gringo versus Team Dragon Gate. I just see a 6-man fucking scramble almost. It's just going to be a lot of wild shit going down. It's fucking Gringo Loco on the World on Lucha. You know what I mean? Do you think that's the main event? Or Thunder Rosa and Julissa Mexa? Right?
Yeah, I would. I mean, here's the thing though, right? Like this is Gringo's show, and I don't, and like he's never one to like put himself front and center. That's the only reason why I wouldn't think it's the main event, because he's not one to do that. But on paper, it could easily be the main event. That's
a great point. You actually changed my answer because of that. Nice.
What about El Desperado? You don't think he's main event worthy?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, but his Vipers.
If you would have asked me that a month ago, I would have said no. But we're talking about last weekend. She came out and was in a focal point with Vandal 48. I think at this point, it's possible.
Murdoch's blessing.
Yes.
If they're really trying to get her over, this could be where it happens then.
Yeah. Especially if she's able to win.
I think the chances are really low, but if there is a win here, it's just gonna reinforce what all the fans already love about her. I mean, we're already sold.
If she wins, she's TOS champ. She's winning TOS.
Ooh.
I'm throwing it out. If she beats El Desperado this weekend, she's winning TOS. Because that to me, that screams Brett strapping a rocket to her back and.
Well, if she picks them up, we have some thumbtack bats for her. That's the ones that she used in Las Vegas. Yeah. We gorilla glued the tacks so they stick on the bat. So they were able to use the weapon multiple times.
Yeah.
It was good and bad because they don't come off, but it's good because it's a predictable weapon in that sense. Mexa Boys and Briante versus Malafama and Ray Horse. I don't know much. However, I have seen Briante. I've seen Ray Horse. And Malafama are... Oh, damn, John. I'm trying to think of the names of them. It doesn't matter right now. But they're fantastic. Gosh, John. They're on my flag. It's okay.
I'm in the same boat here with you. I'm not... I mean, I know Ray and stuff, but I'm not super familiar with the rest.
Latigo and Toxin, I believe, are Malafama. Also, well, okay, so Latigo and Toxin, we generally will see out here in LA.
Okay.
Like a local group that we've seen. Like last year, I think we saw them a couple times. Mexa Boys, I was already telling people, if they pop off, watch for them in the GCW tag team division. They may be somebody that could give us quite a few really exciting matches, and we could use some fresh blood.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like we talked about earlier, you know, how many dates do we have left for these tag team champions? You know, you're going to probably have to reinvent that whole division now, you know, going forward, especially if you're going to probably have heels take that belt. So I agree with you there.
Malafama used to be Los Vipers. That's what I was. Yeah. Toxin. And yeah, there we go. I don't know who wins here. I'm just hoping it's a great fucking match. And when I see, 3-on-3 at a Lucha show, it's going to be badass. You know what I mean? Like, anytime it's over 2 people, it's going to be good at Lucha. It's just going to be wild. Thunder Rosa versus Julissa Mexa. I'm sorry. Did I cut you off, bud?
Well, I was just going to say, some people hate Spot Fest. I absolutely love Spot Fest.
Yeah.
So give me all the spots possible in this match.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa versus Julissa Mexa. That's one of the, I think, Mexa family with the Mexa Boys from earlier. I don't know Julissa, but I know my wife loves Thunder Rosa. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Thunder Rosa is another one. We talked earlier about Nyla Rose. Thunder Rose is another one who recently has been used more, but it's head scratching, right? Like they'll be on TV for 3 months and then gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So talented. I wish she was used week in, week out on TV. So talented. But I'm excited when she's on GCW because she's able to truly show what she's able to do. So this is a match I'm excited for this weekend.
I would like to see Thunder Rosa put over another talent. She's solid, is known for doing such. And again, my wife likes Thunder Rosa, so this is one of those ones where we're just happy to see her in a match anywhere on Collective.
Yes.
Period. All right, I'm just going to cover MDK Fight Club. Like I said, we're going to try to do what we can with the GCW shows and go from there. No rope barbed wire, Dr. Redacted versus Slade. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be stiff. It's man, it's going to be rough. Okay. I don't even care who freaking wins this. I want to see violence, and I think that's the whole point here. What do you want to see Dr. Redacted come out in for this? His regular blues, his whites, do like his American flag bottoms? Like, what do you think's best there?
Because it's no rope, I would love to see the whites, because then I love to see the whites drained in blood by the end of the match.
Listeners, what do you think he should wear for a no rope barbed wire?
And does this open or close the show?
Great question. What do you think?
You never have a no rope in the middle of it. I would think for setup wise, it'd be better to open because you can have the no rope already set up. But what a way to set up the rest of the show if this is the opening.
Oh, somebody said red. That's an interesting choice because you won't see the blood though. Interesting. Okay, so we got a white, we got a red. I like the whites. Yep, whites need to turn red. That's a good one. As big a show this is, I think that's an idea. Anybody on the American flag ones that he has? Yes, no, or the blues? I'm only asking this because I think it would be cool to tell him, hey, you know what? People really want to see in your whites, or they want to see in your blues, or whatever. All right. I don't care who wins. I just want to see a good match, and all I care about is safety. These guys are rough on each other, and I just want to see them come out all right. Let's give it to Dr. Redacted. Just won the ICW title. Slade is on his way up. Do you think that Brett would have Redacted lose as the ICW champ?
I wouldn't be shocked because we did see this week Slade maybe debuting a new gimmick. I know. Did you see that with the I believe he was holding a Bible and stuff. It seems like maybe they're going to invest a little in Slade. So I think Slade get the win here.
He's the up and comer. I think it makes sense. And he's got not Redacted's popularity, but the fans like Slade.
Yeah.
I think it took a while for them to get him, but now that they've got him, I think he's set.
Yeah.
He's made it GCW as of right now, I think.
The ongoing joke is you never seen Slade and Chad in the room together at the same time.
Oh no. Also, we were talking about Chad. That's who I was talking to earlier. He's here.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, the Mins has made it. Honestly, it's good to see him again. I talked to him shortly last time he was out here. We had a good time. So, I'm not going to try to get in his way outside of just saying hi, good to see you. Much respect.
Yeah,
all that good stuff.
Yeah, no, he's one of the harder workers in the business.
One of the good ones. I like him. He likes to troll, but if you're on his good side,
Yeah, but we're also adults and need to realize that this is just him poking fun, and some people take it too serious.
Right, and you know what? I get that too. I give him this much though; he can dish it out and take it.
Yeah,
not a lot of people can do that. So
yeah,
I give him credit.
He's always
for
been cool as anything to me. So not a bad thing to say about that man.
Hell yeah, same here. Also, I'm Switzerland. I ain't got nothing bad to say. I stay as impartial as I can try to be.
I feel you there.
Next match, Masato Tanaka and Hayabusa versus Bear Bronson and Mr. Danger. That may close out the show too.
Yeah.
Fucking wild. Bear's gonna dive off of something, or I don't know. What do you think happens? Or Danger. I'm sorry, Danger.
It's slipping me here, but who was the guy from ECW?
Hold on, give me a second. Please talk for a second. Give me a moment. I actually have Chad at my house. Give me a second, okay?
Okay.
I just have to tell him where everything is.
Sounds good.
So sorry.
Sorry, guys. We'll be right back. Yeah, don't forget, we still also have the Sabu match coming up to end the show. So stick around for that. Does anyone else feel like this match here could have a little bit of Mike Awesome and Tanaka from back in ECW days? You know, with Bear and Tanaka kind of playing those roles?
Oh my goodness, sorry about that.
You're all right.
No,
I'm
waiting for Chad's supposed to be coming to my house to pick up speakers for the show, and I'm waiting for him.
How funny is it that we spoke him into existence?
I'm telling you. Oh, you son of a... You motherfucker. Okay, I gotta go close my front door real quick. Son of a bitch. I love you, Ash. Give me 1 second here. You fucking... Okay. Right in the middle of our show, too. I'll remember this when I get to the casino. All right, give me a second. I gotta go. Fucking 1 second.
That's great.
Son of a bitch.
Got you good.
Hey, that was a good one. I got to give it to him there. I love you guys. I do.
When you were gone, what I was saying is I could see like Tanaka and Bear to me give off like Mike Awesome and Tanaka from the ECW.
I think that's what they're going to shoot for.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Bear study that match and then they do it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
because they had some crazy matches. So I would love to see that.
I have a feeling this spring break will be the best one since last year's. I hope so too, you know? It should be a good show. All right, here. Vipress versus Rina Yamashita versus Charlie Evans. Before we say anything, welcome back, Rina Yamashita. Welcome back, Charlie Evans.
Yes.
Okay. Who the hell wins this match?
I hate to beat a dead horse here, but I'm going Vipress. I just think this is gonna be the weekend where we're like, all right, GCW is squarely behind her, and I think this weekend shows it here.
I need Rina versus Otis. Rina had so many great matches, you know, from three-peat all the way through. She had a fucking run. I haven't seen Charlie Evans in so long, though. It's been a long fucking time. Gosh, I see Vipress going over here, but let me tell you, man, I do miss Rina, and I hope that she gets a good response from the fans.
I
she's been-
think she definitely does, and I wouldn't be shocked if she ended up winning here. I'm just kind of laying into the Vipers like a little hard here.
everybody else has been too. You're not barking up the wrong tree here. You know, we're trying to create stars, and this is one that's hitting.
Yeah.
You know, why not? You know, why not strike when the iron's hot, kind of thing.
No, I agree, 100%.
Now, this match isn't happening. It was going to be Toby Klein versus John Wayne Murdoch. Does anybody remember who ended up being the one who fights Toby Klein now?
Otis.
I'm wondering. Okay. Oh, shit. That's right. Yeah. Otis. Otis goes over.
He has to. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Clusterfuck is the last show of the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has to go over here, you know, with this big match with Tremont to end the weekend. You can't have him losing going into the title match.
God, great point here. Charlie versus Rena in Detroit was fantastic. Look at this. Yeah, you'll not recognize Charlie. Charlie looks completely different. I don't know if you've seen her.
I haven't.
Wait till you see. It's a different Charlie. Like, you'll see it, but you're like, so much has changed. Just the hair, everything. It's different. I don't know. Well, Joe, that puts us down to the watch along. Also, we're 3 hours and 15 minutes in. Do you need to take a 3-minute break? Do you want to go right into the match and close the show? What's easiest?
Let's go right into it.
Fuck yeah. Everybody else doing good out there? Just check in and say hi real quick. Let's see here. Let's get this rolling real quick. I'm going to pull this up. Let's see. Still learning. Wrestling and there and there. Oh, look at that. I'm doing so good. Okay, well then, this match is our last selected match of the evening. We'll be traveling back in time to April 18th, 2025. We're looking at 1 year and a couple days ago. No, approaching 1 year. It's been a late evening. But yeah, here we go. This will be Sabu versus Joey Janela. Again, we'll try to get that sound properly. And here we go.
The final match, Janela versus Sabu. No,
I love the animation.
It's the main event of Joey
I love them. Yeah, the
moving.
I'm a sucker for the moving animations.
Yes.
Las Vegas, Nevada, are you ready for the main event?
That place was cool. But it was built to trap noise going this way towards the stage. When the fans across the arena or even beside us would chant, we couldn't hear what they were chanting.
Did they allow full-blown deathmatch in this arena?
Yes, but Brett had said that because he was in such a nice arena that he didn't want to kind of disrespect it by bringing in a bunch of shit. However, the horseshoe coming up is full deathmatch.
Let's put an asterisk next
Yeah.
to the word recovering, Dave Brady. Joey Janela, he said it himself. He's not 100% right now.
Thank you.
But there was no
Thank
way that he was going to miss.
You
this
have
match.
no idea. Appreciate you, ZMZO. A lot.
It's
been a rough year. Joe's made it better too.
Thank you.
No shit. No shit.
Willing to put it all on the line
How's sound, guys? Everything good?
in the final match against Sabu.
No light tubes at my house right now. I had 15 gussets. I turned those in during the Las Vegas show.
I'm going to pull back the curtain a
So,
little bit here, Dave. I'm not going to name
man,
any
thank
names.
you.
There are quite a few
I never hear that
wrestlers
stuff, and I
who are
appreciate
here
you very
tonight.
much.
Legends, in fact.
Yeah,
That
not gonna
hair.
lie.
What's that?
Well, after last week's show, going on the YouTube and stuff and seeing all positive
something
comments,
violent and something very,
made me feel
very
good.
special.
This venue was set up
Awesome.
for 2,100. Every seat is full. Standing room only here at the Pearl
That's right, Reed. It's all
Hall,
love,
one of the
brother.
biggest GCW
Yeah, this was a nice place.
of all
Almost
time.
nice for us.
And they have come to see
The crowd was
Janela,
good. It's just the
Sabu,
sound was
no
muffled
barbed
on
wire.
purpose so that the dude, this place, the seats had stuff for muffling sound on them. And there's a studio in another building that's wired to this place so that you can have professional recordings for like concerts and shit. So this place is like considered one of the most state-of-the-art buildings for sound. And that's what we used here. But the problem was is the sound goes great one way, but not the other. And so we couldn't hear those chants, and it kind of stunk a little bit. But this match was insane.
It was insane.
I didn't expect them to come out looking like this, but it fucking worked.
You're wearing a full blown suit, right?
Bro, he came out looking like the devil. It was beautiful. Like, have you ever seen that movie with what's it called?
Throughout the 90s.
It's got Keanu Reeves, and he's like this guy that vanquishes demons and shit.
Oh, yes.
And the devil comes down in all white, just like that.
If there was an independent wrestling show in the
Yeah, so the
mid-90s,
sash was literally the only thing that
Sabu
made
was
it.
on it.
His suit
Oftentimes in the
didn't
main
make it.
event,
I don't even know if he has his sash on right there. Like, nothing made it.
Along the way, making those necessary sacrifices to hone his craft.
I mean, let's pull this back a little bit, Dave.
So-
We're at Joey.
So this is
Something
all
interesting.
thrown
Would there
together.
be a Joey Janela at this
What's
level
that?
if there wasn't
His
a
whole
Sabu
outfit right here is all
first?
thrown
Yes,
together.
Would
Which
there
all
be a
that-
Joey Janela
Yes, sir. All that's thrown together, and he wasn't even
if
completely
not
sold on that
for
suit
Sabu.
at all. And then people were talking him into. I forget who it was like, dude, you look fantastic.
The homicidal, suicidal,
He wasn't happy that he
genocidal
cut his
athlete.
jacket, but he didn't know that he cut it beforehand. I'm trying to remember what he told me, and he wasn't happy about it. Yeah, see, he's trying to get steps to get into the ring. He wasn't
Nephew of
thrilled,
the
so he goes to get a
original
chair. So see that slice? He thought
Oh,
he
right.
sliced his jacket getting into the ring, and he was mad about it.
Checking out the perimeter
Also,
here
some people
is
know
Sabu.
he has
And there's danger at every turn.
stress. And I feel that this bad knee that he kept apologizing
Dressed
for and
for the
stuff was him
occasion.
doubting himself.
Is Sabu.
That's what I kind of collected from him describing this match. The fucking man.
Let's go to MLJ for the introductions. of our
Yeah,
main
this is the
event
place
of the
TNA goes
evening.
to. GCW was able to use their lighting rig for this. That's actually TNA's lighting rig that was used for this show. Amazing seeing them wrap it all together. I've never sat
Look,
around and
there's
talked
my-
about this shit.
There's my logo.
Oh, nice. You know what? So I never actually put a logo on there because I was always worried about how sometimes the ropes break into to where the name is and whatnot.
Yeah.
On a barbed wire, this looks great.
Yeah. Yeah, I marked out last year when I seen it during this match. I was like, "What fucking logo's on the same canvas as Sabu?"
Mm-hmm. I'm really surprised they didn't
Here are
sell
the
more of the
introductions for the main event.
like the canvas and yeah.
Standing to my left, fighting out of Asbury Park, New Jersey. With an official weight
So
of 200
he said,
pounds,
Sabu had said that he worked out too hard in the last week and a half before this match and had problems with his foot, ankle, and knee. And he said that his foot was cracking and bleeding at one point, which
and his opponent,
I don't know what that would have to do with other things, but all this shit was not supposed to go down. He was wanting Emil to apologize
out of Bombay,
his knee,
Michigan,
apologize for his knee.
Really?
his
Yes.
48-year career as a professional.
And if you notice, he was even talking to fans like my knee is kind of.
A former ECW World Television
Didn't it come out that he was like back and forth about even doing it? Like after the TO?
So okay, so he okay. Brett knew he was going to do it the whole time, pretty much. Sabu knew he was going to do it, but there was some doubt that that leg was going to work properly in the beginning. The whatever it's called, the stuff that whatever it's called, that helped loosen up his muscles. And he needed that without going wild into it, but
Janela, a forearm to the back of Sabu.
what a wild match here.
To get the fight underway. I mean, talk about respect.
Exactly. Yeah, Capadon said it right here. Yeah, he was going to grab the mic.
Joey Janela.
Listen, that's not disrespect, Dave. That's just Sabu. Let it
That's
slide.
crazy.
And now taking it to Joey Janela.
The fight is on here.
And if for some reason you're just tuning in at this exact moment, yes, the ropes are
Love
gone.
Joey's
They've
pants.
been
Like the
replaced
90s inspired
with
style
barbed
that he went for here was perfect.
And Sabu in command.
What are his
Matchup
pants?
With Joey Janela
They
on his
play
feet.
barbed wire?
Barbed wire. Puts
Yeah.
on the brakes before meeting the barbed wire.
Oh, you can see him pull up there with the.
So yeah, I didn't know how much I was going to get into this, but it's basically a muscle relaxant, but it's also good
Now
for
firing
people
up
who
this
used to be on
crowd.
hard
Collar
drugs.
and elbow.
And it's also a
Face
lot
lock here
cheaper
from
than hard
Sabu.
drugs. And that's
Well, Joey's
directly
struggling
from
to escape.
his
Sabu
mouth. He
rolling
says that he
through.
usually will have that with coffee and weed in the morning.
Face lock
It
here
helps
from
him get
Sabu.
any
Janela trying to prevent
issues
himself
with
from
wanting
being
and
sent into
craving
the
anything
barbed wire.
heavier.
Close, though.
And he said it
Inches
was a hell of a
away.
lot
Reversal
cheaper.
of the whip. Sabu
And
putting
he
it
was
on.
told by other
Oh,
wrestlers,
breaks.
first, you got to give this a
Ended up
try. And he said once he
tangled in
tried
that
it, it was
barbed
able to
wire.
kick
Listen,
him
he has
off of
that
hard
suit
drugs.
on, though, that suit
And,
jacket. That's going to be a
yeah.
protective layer, at least for now.
And he's right. Yeah, the less to
Joey
say, the
Janela
better it
wearing
is.
a shirt
But I
as
just
well,
wanted to
trying
share
to
that,
protect their
yeah,
bodies
I
as
have
best they
even
can,
the
but
text that I
barbed
sent my
wire's gonna
wife
cut
that
right
has
through
it in the
the
bottom
fabric.
about how he was very
the
insistent
flesh
that
of these
helped him
competitors.
stay away from
Joey
drugs because he
again,
feels that the
taking
drugs
control.
probably would have killed him.
Coming down across
Yeah.
the back of Sabu, stopping down on the chest.
And I have heard, and I do know there are other people that
These men have been in
have
their fair
detox
share of
issues,
wars
and
during their
Kratom
careers
helps
in
them with
professional
detox
wrestling.
issues.
With the escalated violence.
Also, it is legal to purchase out here. This will definitely, this
climbing
isn't
back to
something
his
that,
feet
you
and
know, you
taking
can
it
get this
down
at a smoke
again by
shop or a gas
Janela.
station out here.
Pounding
So
into
it's
the
not
head
something that
of
you,
Sabu
you know,
with an axe handle across the back as
Yeah.
well.
And Dave, I'll
generally
tell you
smoke
what
shops.
is the added element of danger and also
Yeah, I think I read
injury
that when
in
that when it
matchup.
initially was
If
going
Sabu's
down, like, you know,
retirement, if
that
this
it's
is
not
his
something
last
where it's like
go at it,
this taboo back alley type thing, you know.
quite honestly.
no, out here especially, there's a lot of
Able to
people
take
that use
Joey
it
down
in
there with
place
that
of hard drugs,
clothesline.
meth
He
use,
doesn't
crack
need to stay
use,
healthy for a
because
next
it
match. I mean,
hits
he can
those,
take
like
Joey
someone else
Janela
was saying
down
here,
with
it
him.
just
Sabu
hits
looks like
those
he's going into
receptors
his
enough
boot.
to keep
Oh,
Spike
the
once
whatever it
again.
is away.
Yeah.
Right to the head of Janela.
Yeah, Speed Punk too. They
using
sell
that
it at a
spike.
vape shop in their city.
As if the barbed wire wasn't enough to slice
We won't
up
even talk
Joey
about weed.
tonight.
I'm in Vegas,
Using
brother.
the
You ought to
spike as
see
a
what we
weapon
get
as
right
well.
next to Cali.
Hold on a
Oh
second.
my.
After the whistle.
What?
Bill Alfonso up
Fonzie.
on the stage, chair in hand.
We heard the whistle and we knew what
Weird
that
placement
meant.
for him,
Right down the
but at
middle,
least we saw
Danny.
him.
I wonder if it has anything to do with
Fonzie
what we've
up on
seen
the
so
stage as
far in this
Sabu
match,
digging into the
right?
head of Janela
Him
with the
trying to
spike.
get the mic, him pulling up a little bit on his knee and stuff here and there. I wonder if Brett and them called an audible and was like, "Get out there now
Oh,
before we don't
yeah.
have the
Puts on
chance."
the brakes before meeting the
I-
barbed wire.
I feel like
And now
Vandal
the
was
chair
possibly
tossed in the ring
rushed
by
once
Fonzie.
Sabu
It's
fell
like
out of the
muscle
ring.
memory at this point.
But between the
Joey's trying to move
Sandman
out of the
and
way
Vandal
as
48,
Sabu
they
is
killed a
about to
lot of
launch
wonderful
himself
time
off
while
the
Sabu
steel
got his bell
chair.
back, his head back in order.
Yeah.
And launches that
For
chair
sure.
at the head of Joey Janela. Sets up the
Oh,
chair once
Fonzie taking a
again.
bump wasn't planned.
Keep your eye on Sabu.
No.
Off the chair.
Oh,
Into the
oh.
barbed wire
Dude,
he
seeing that
goes.
live, we knew that
A
was not
barbed
right.
wire net on that side of the ring as well.
Trapped in this spider web of barbed wire. Oh, that
Oops,
was
sorry,
gross.
I'll take that down.
So I'm guessing
Joey,
the
a
rope
bloody
was
mess at
supposed to
this point.
stop him.
Sabu trying to free himself from the barbed wire. Let's take another look. Launch off the chair,
Oh.
not only into the barbed wire that was replaced
I
with
couldn't
ropes,
honestly
but
tell you
also
if that was meant to
spider web of
happen,
barbed
but he
wire
fell like it
out on
should have
the
just,
floor on the
you know how you
outside.
fall on
He's
your
gonna have to
stomach or
remove that
your,
jacket.
you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barbed wire is trapped
I
in
don't
the
know
jacket.
because
His bow is
that
wrapped around his
gimmick was
body.
made for
trapped in
Joey to
his-
go
in
through
his
later.
Scalp.
Because you'll see later Joey goes through it. I think that was a mistake, but
Joey
I
trying
don't
to
know.
rip that jacket.
But even if
He
that
never
was a
told
mistake,
because they
like
stuck
how
to
did
Sabu's
what
body.
was
As is the
the
barbed
successful
wire still.
payoff there, right? Like what
Caught in that
Yeah.
arrow Sabu as well. Both competitors a
Is
bloody mess.
with the
in
bad
this
knee and
matchup.
stuff, the
As
margin for
expected.
error is very thin right there.
The
So the other
unforgiving
thing that
barbed
made me
wire.
think that this was also
Just
maybe
ripping
a
at the
gimmick for
flesh of the
later was the fact
competitors.
that Sabu kind of got out of it gingerly without
Oh, Joey
making
has a barbed wire.
Yes.
without fucking it up. You know what I mean? Without fucking
Yeah.
it up, he didn't want to, you know.
Repositioning it here.
Barbed
Oh
wire
my
board
God, this is
popped up
wild.
against the strand of barbed wire between the ring posts.
By the way, if you
Looking
hear
to send
squeaking,
Sabu
I'll wait
into
until this
it.
is over.
Oh
Versus to the floor.
He
Goes
went out there,
Sabu.
right?
So
Yeah.
much momentum
Okay, so I'm
went
sitting
crashing to the
I'm
floor
sitting right
hard.
off the floor,
That
damn
is
near where
straight
that
up
camera just
concrete
was.
on this
They
floor.
really
Referee's
stepped
checking
away
on the
why
condition of Sabu.
he was having a rough fucking
Gotta hand
time.
it to both
Oh, rough. Look
Sabu
at that.
and Janela
The blood
for
spot.
even
Yeah, he
signing
cracked his
for a
fucking
match
head.
like
So
this,
they were
having the
basically working on him with towels and
utter
shit.
confidence in their own abilities to
And
compete in a match like this.
He looked
puddle of
he looked
blood
like he
underneath the
stiffened
head of
up,
Sabu. Meanwhile,
you know?
Bill
Yeah.
Alfonso
Yeah, that
tossed
spot-
a chair at
Bro, look at
Joey
that fucking
Janela.
stripe.
So hard to
And
watch.
everyone checking on the
Okay,
condition
so
of
at this
Sabu,
point,
and what
the
is this?
crowd energy
Atticus
was
and
fucked
Otis
up
Cogar
because
making their way to
even with
ringside
Vandal
now.
coming out,
Skewers
people
in
were
the
worried
hand
about
of Atticus.
Sabu.
Oh, they're coming
Nobody
out
gave
here
a
to do some
shit.
damage on behalf
Uh,
of Sabu.
Yeah, look at where all the fans are
Cogar
looking.
has had this long-standing
You can hear the
animosity
just
with
you can
Joey
just feel the
Janela.
energy.
Now
Fuck
he's
out
going
of
after Bill
here.
Alfonso
Maybe
as
not.
well.
It was
Maybe not
fun
trying
until
to
it
help Sabu.
wasn't,
He's just
and
going
Yeah.
that
after
was the
Joey,
line.
as now
I think
Atticus
honestly, like
attacking
it's just
Fonzie.
Oh
a
no!
matter of is Sabu okay, right? Like the match right now
Fonzie
is
through
so
the
good.
barbed wire,
It's
born
just
in
the only thing you can think about
corner.
is what's going on with Sabu.
Courtesy of
Mhm.
Atticus Cogar.
And here's where I'm thinking Atticus came out of touch early
Oh,
was
and the
because
lights have gone
Alfonso
out.
said he went through that spot, and chances are they did that spot
Darkness.
just to
Here at the Pearl
kill
of the
time.
Palms and
What?
Yeah. It was a long spot. I forgot. I didn't realize how long this darkness was.
Where is he?
yeah.
you know what that means, Veda Scott.
Okay, yeah. So they're like, "Where the fuck is he?" I remember this, and I think they were helping Sandman where to get down, where to walk down, because I mean, you're doing it for the first time. You don't know where. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll never not mark out for Sandman's entrance.
Oh, I didn't even think about the copyright. How should we handle this? You want to mute this part or?
That's fine.
Okay. I will do that real quick. That sucks. Fucking music.
Dun, 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 dun,
There you go. Joe's going to sing it, guys. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, so this was great live, I'll tell you, because you get that feeling. I never had this feeling where I was able to watch Sandman enter an arena with real Metallica, not that bullshit WWE, you know?
Yeah. No, you're right.
There we go. See, we got people singing it now. Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget my son. To include. That's it. We're gonna have a sing along, guys. Yeah, the whole thing was fantastic. It sucked so many phones were up because you'd rather see everybody's hands up.
Yes. Yes. That to me is that drives me insane. Like live in the moment. What are the? How many times can I actually go back and watch that video, people?
Mm-hmm. And Reed's saying this too. That is not what Hack is going to look like. He has been training. So we're not going to get this Sandman. We're going to get a Sandman, a better version of Sandman. Oh, there we go. There was the exit light. Richard got us covered. Oh man. Yeah, you could tell every now and then someone would come over and be like, go this way. And there was a point where he walked, 16 to 20 seats one way. And they were like, no, turn around. He had to turn around. God, this was fun though, just to be able to do it with real Metallica music. Another benefit of GCW.
Yeah.
Real music. Man. Oh yeah. So this is where it got fun, and it was chaos once we saw Sabu standing.
I forgot how long this was. This
Yeah, dude.
entrance.
It was a whole and so funny, but this was what was needed. Sabu was shaking off the cobwebs. He had a serious fucking cut. Wow. Yeah, guys, put your phones down. I know. Get the video, but oh. No, all this feels good. I like it. I like it a lot. It was a lot of fun. I'm kind of sad that this venue we're going to don't have like rows of seats up. Maybe there's going to be some risers or something. I'm not sure, but I think we're all on mostly flat floor at the horse show. So when he comes through the crowd, a lot of us might not be able to see him. I can't believe those motherfuckers made me go outside and look for Chad.
That's great.
Of course, during the middle of the show. Thanks, guys. Las Vegas love.
I was thinking, like, what are the odds that we just talked about, and then he shows up?
Oh yeah, that's what I've. Yeah, I'm getting hazed. I'll take it. Yeah, still going on. I don't even know. I think they played this song 1.5 times or something. Because he took his time, but for good reason, So I still say, I feel like they should have given Sandman an opponent, and the Invisible Man should have just been somewhere in the middle of the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I also would have liked to have seen Joey take on him.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Same. I'm not against anything that's going on because I don't know how it all ends, but I probably would have liked to have seen Joey be the guy that retires.
Yeah.
People. He's got the know-how.
I think he ends up being it, but
yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think we can get it at the arena.
You hanging in, man?
Yeah.
It's getting late. I know. East Coast.
Almost one.
Okay, so let me just try the music here to see what happens. Hell yeah. There we are. We're back. I am happy to see that Sandman's a happy guy, though.
Didn't something similar happen like this at the original Hammerstein show?
Oh, taking it to Otis Cogar.
Good question. I know they had a great time at the one night stand. Are you talking one night stand or are you talking the original Hammerstein ECW?
The original Hammerstein ECW.
Yeah. Oh, good question. ECW.
I think Atticus came out, and then Sandman and one of the ECW originals just did that also.
Oh, what?
God, Sabu looks so fucked up here.
A bloody mess, but he's back on his feet. Sabu showing his toughness.
Oh, and Janela from behind takes out the Sandman.
Well, this should be a one-on-one situation. It's turned into chaos here.
Oh no, Joey!
Nice spot.
Sent through 2 barbed wire doors by Sabu. Referee's now tending to Janela, who is trapped in the coils of barbed wire.
There was in the
doors.
fan with the fans, there was real concern about his health.
Right here, we've got a concrete floor.
Things like hitting the pose was good because that, there's what's her name? Trying to think of her name.
The doors and the barbed wire.
Lindsay Snow.
Yes. We've seen it happen.
She was there.
Yeah. Okay. So there was a little thing that quietly went down with Lindsay Snow and yeah.
Our main event of Spring Break 9. And Sabu in command for the moment.
Right on, right here, this message. Sabu really did look like Sheik here if you've watched the old Sheik.
Nope.
Oh no!
Yeah, so that I think that's what the spot was for there.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier where he was ginger.
Janela. He is just screaming in agony.
And now Sabu, chair in hand.
Cap him right here, right to the head.
From the barbed wire, but the chair just launched at him by Sabu. And just taunting him, offering.
So
the
he's
hand.
having more fun than he would have
But
ever
not
had
really
before.
now.
Like that would have never
Sycamore
happened in
Bayne.
ECW, where he pretends to give him his hand.
Yeah.
Tosses
Yeah,
that
that's
aside.
not him.
Janela has freed himself from the barbed wire.
Yeah, he is crawling back into the ring.
Yeah. They're surprised that Joey didn't put his hair up for this match. I would have kept it down just to get some ripped out. Fuck it, you know? No, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you get your hair ripped out just like Sabu does.
Sabu with Janela once again. Reversal of the whip.
Whoa.
Fighting for the whip. That other side of barbed wire. Who's gonna meet?
See, like all this
barbed
stuff,
wire
like
on
that's
that side
not
of the ring.
Again,
that's not Sabu in the
hand, but
90s.
Joey Janela not
No.
gonna
That was
trust
him
it
having
this
some
time.
fun.
Firing away with punches to the head. Back and forth they go. Fighting for the advantage. Janela and Sabu just a slugfest now. And both men with steel chairs in hand. Chair duel.
Oh, but Sabu's the winner.
Oh,
No,
but
never
Joey
mind.
throwing a chair of his own at Sabu. And an embrace.
Oh,
They
And
are
then I
tearing
can't-
one another apart.
Over to the right of the one ring post
Deep
is
down, they have a lot of
Sabu's,
respect for
I guess,
one another.
fiance.
yeah, we swear it's there.
Trying to see if I can find her
It's
again
there.
to show you who it is.
But
What
they're
exactly was
continuing to
that spot?
fight.
Okay, all the way on the right side, there's a lady right next to Scarlett wearing a pink dress. That's his fiance. That was
Joey
Sabu's
Janela,
lady.
He's on his feet. Here comes Sabu.
She was
with the
nice.
steel chair.
Oh,
And
nice.
that's,
And a DDT
yeah,
on the steel
that's I'm
chair
trying to think of.
by Sabu.
She used to date Teddy Hart.
Both of these men
Oh,
putting their bodies
You wanna
on
talk
the
about
a
line
rough
once
life.
again,
That's the name we don't mention.
suffering devastating
But, I mean, yeah.
injuries in the
But
process.
Yeah,
Trying to
she
fight for the
was
win
with him
here.
and then ended up being with Sabu.
Mm.
So either she's an incredible angel or an incredible devil. But I know she's taken some serious relationship stress, so I think she's an angel for that.
What a
Sabu
talent just wasted.
in the ring one last time.
Yeah.
Using that chair on
Yeah,
Janela
yeah.
repeatedly.
There's a whole there's levels to this. The more you know, the more you don't want to know.
Face buster.
I think we all had the same reaction.
Joey, you know. There's levels to all this. And yeah. Oh, absolutely. Sheik would have been
Sabu turns him
proud.
over, cover.
Three.
And that's three.
Absolutely. Love your enemy.
Sabu scores the victory here in your main event.
Yeah, this thing was wild, and it went off the rails and got back on beautifully.
Yeah.
And without the Sandman and without Vandal and without pre-planning, this match would have came to an absolute halt.
Is your victor.
Yeah, for sure. I think it would have
Thank you,
stopped.
Sabu, for all
Now,
that you've done
when I talked to
for
Sandman and told him,
independent
congratulations,
professional
you know, you sold out the
wrestling
Pearl,
for decades.
he actually said, I didn't sell it out.
Brutal,
Brett did.
vicious,
Mm.
disgusting, barbed wire.
So even down to that, he was very, what's a good word for it? He was very humble about the whole situation. But yeah, he was incredibly, if you've ever met a man who you're almost intimidated by because he's so tough or he's so headstrong, I was afraid to ask for a picture.
Yeah.
I'm 46. I'm a foot above him. You know, I've got his weight by 75 pounds. I was afraid to ask him for a picture. He's just that old school tough.
Yeah.
And a long time ago when Janela said, listen, you think you're going to tell Sabu what to do? You're out of your fucking mind. That's the truth. I spent an evening with him and can tell you, you can't tell that motherfucker what to do. He's going to tell you what he's going to do. And you're just lucky to see it.
Yeah.
That's him. And man, I have a memory that'll never go away. And like I said, if you guys ever find those signed cards, that's days before he passed. So that's literally, as far as I know, the last of the signed stuff he ever did, unless there's maybe a somewhere he went after that. But when I saw the gentleman, he was happy and doing well and gave me a fantastic evening, you know. So yeah, someone said, John, Crow said, don't feel too bad. I was nervous too. There's something about him. He's just a straight up tough guy.
Yeah,
I'm talking like
that quiet, mantra.
that motherfucker knows what he wants to do, and you cannot tell him he's already thought about it before you even say anything to him. But yeah, so we went up on there was like a rooftop restaurant, just smoked, ate food. I took him back to his house, had a good time. I mean, yeah. Good. Intimidating, good man. That's how I would describe him in
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, intimidating, good man. Where are we at? Holy shit, we've had an evening here. Again, thank you so much, Brett. I'll say it again, for listening to the fans and allowing us to do this. The fact that we even have a GCW podcast is incredible. And then put on top of that we're able to watch shows directly from Triller TV for free over YouTube with each other.
Yeah.
Trying to make it the best we can for everyone. So yeah, Joe, it's about time for us to get you out of here, brother. I see you getting tired over there. We're gonna have to get him some coffee. Hey, seriously,
listen, kids are back in school this week from spring break, so it's been rough.
I get you, man. I get you. I do appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. By far, you can see how these evenings that we have, Joe, turn into everybody knowing each other and getting close. Like,
yeah,
bro, you do this over and over. And yes, Reed, we will be seeing you soon. Yeah, we're gonna get some Joe. We're gonna get some a cup of Joe for Joe. We got that coming. Let me do this real quick. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thanks again for those who have donated. You can find Joe over at Woods Wrestling 3. You can find me over at GC World Podcast. Before I go any further, Joe, you want to plug some things? Tell everybody where you're going to be this Thursday.
Thursday night, Steel Steps Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, or X, and YouTube. We do focus more on like WWE and AEW, so this week we'll obviously be diving into WrestleMania and predicting that card, so check it out there. And then turnbuckletimes.com. We have all your wrestling needs, indie, GCW, WWE, AEW, we do it all.
Also, you have something nice that was said here, Joe. You'll feel appreciated more and more with each passing show. Yeah, everybody's going to surround you, man. You're going to end up finding some people out of this that you'll see at shows that you're going to get love, bro. It's so fun. And it's a privilege. This is all a privilege.
Yeah, I'm already feeling it. The chat is really cool.
Give it a couple months. You'll be like, oh shit, there's him. And then what happens is, like, if you don't see Crow or Clown or Reed, you're like, oh shit, what is going on? Because you're so used to seeing, the same people come through the door. So that's our family.
Well, I did officially get my tickets now, so I will be at One Night Only at the 2300 Arena May 2nd. So if anyone goes there, definitely check me out and say what's up.
Ash, I can't believe you did that. Can't wait to talk to you tomorrow about that little situation. I appreciate everybody. I'm thankful for everyone who showed up tonight. We are thankful for everyone that showed up tonight. Again, we know that this is a fortunate thing that we do here at GCW, and we want to thank everyone for tuning in, because without you guys, we have no show. We try to do our best to make sure that there's plenty of entertainment every week, and we hope you guys were happy with this week. We almost went 4 hours. We haven't done that in a long time, Joe. Thank you so much for that.
I had fun. It was fun tonight. I did feel it a little bit at the end there with Sabu, but overall the 4 hours did fly by. I'm not gonna lie.
There, you got some more love out of ZMZO right there too, man. So yeah, if everybody gets a chance, please give Joe some love, or if you see him anywhere, please do. He's new to the group. He's got a pretty good understanding of how we are here, and he's obviously fit in really well. He's not going anywhere. He's part of the team now, so you better get used to that face, buddy. I'm just telling you right now, you better get used to that face. The good news is that all of us get along really well. We're all somewhat the same personalities. We all check in with each other and make sure that we're all good. If there's a decision to be made, we work on it all together. Joe's learned that really quick. I will actually give him too many messages trying to find out, how do you want to do this? How do you want to do that? We will be here next week, Same bat time, same bat channel. We're going Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We will be covering Joey Janela's spring break. And then from there, 60 hours of television to review. Honestly, here, what's, no, not 60. Well, for me, it could be close to that. But we're going to do what we can to cover the other shows. But right now, spring break is where it's at. You can obviously see how long a preview goes. So we'll go from there. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm just talking myself into a hole. As always, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with us tonight. You mean a lot to us. We will be seeing you next week when we review Spring Break and the rest of the collective. Joe, we did it, brother. Let's send him out of here like we always do. Long
live.
Oh, gee.
W.
Thank y'all.
I'll get the hang of it.
You're doing great, man. Peace.